I can do technical writing. I've written a bunch of procedures and stuff, and like scientific papers. Well, I've only written one scientific paper, and I'm still annoyed it never got published, because it was sort of like a bucket list to actually get a paper published, and it should have been published. It was written, it was formatted, it was ready for submission, and in my old job, it just died on my manager's desk after like a year. Wait, we don't need a tutorial. You bought some drinking water from the store, I guess, and I think it made me feel better. I don't know. Well, Spooky, I'd say you can have a nice relaxing thing watching Desi get beaten up by girls. Will that make you better? Is that what you need to make you feel better, me being beaten up by a couple of girls? Will that help, Spooky? So, hold down CBA and right on the other controller, then go down, and then select options. Yeah! There we go. We have the cheats available, so we're going to give ourselves, well, 7 lives, go to round 8, and just have a little practice run against the final bosses. Just partially as a warm-up, partially just, well, it's mostly for a warm-up. This is what I've been doing during the week. I've not managed it every night, but I probably managed it Wednesday, Friday, and yesterday. No, probably Monday and Wednesday and yesterday is to at least do this level and have a little run. If I was a more entertaining streamer, I might be able to get away with doing this every time. And what I might have to do is the thing I hate more than anything as a streamer is actually lock in. So when we get to the final boss this time, I might actually just have to not yap for 5 minutes, which is, so I always worry about not yapping. Wait. Throw the knife at the girl. It's a whip. So, you know, your disguise as normal is pretty convincing. What do you mean by disguise, Spooky? Because you said I was the most normal out of all of us. Out of what? Me, you, Kiska, Ame. Syrup we know is certified clean bean. I'm just going to recalibrate my face. There we go. Because it's an incredibly low bar. Yeah. I said, the thing is, I don't normally... I mean, it's also Spooky. Were you there for my dinosaur facts? How did I do? I'm a what? You're a clean bean. You... I don't know, again, I'm doing a Spooky here and saying, Syrup, out of all of us, you seem the most normal. And again, incredibly low bar, but Spooky said I wasn't part of the Weirdo Club. And I'm like, excuse me, let me unveil my book of dinosaurs and let me write you out a list of Triceratops facts. And then hopefully Spooky has now said you can join the special interest club. Or the fact that I spent 8 hours on Friday doing cable management. Of course I'm for dinosaur facts. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Spooky. How did I do, though? Because you're an old hand and an expert at delivering facts on stream. I don't know, did I ever do it? Or when we did in the previous one with Kiska, where I did like you know, the Hadean period, or the pre oh come on, brain kicking, the pre-Cambrian era, and doing prokaryotes, and setting us up for eukaryotic life next week, as well as the interesting things about blue-green algae and chloroplast and mitochondria. Which weirdly, we never got taught was the powerhouse of the cell, and I feel like in England that's one of the things. Well, I guess you're right, I'm bad about facts. It wasn't facts, Maple, it's just like when I tune into one of your streams, it just seems very, very normal. I don't say that in a bad way, it's just, you know, ooh, hello, there's a large amount of a boomerang I need to give a right good seeing to. Like, you've met Kiska, who is normal about hands, as they tell us very often. And Ame, who's like, Betty, please, I'm doing a Fujo, don't look. And then Spooky, who... I said, Spooky, you seem very normal to me. I would have said, Spooky, you're the most normal. You just have regular history facts. Like, that's downright respectable. You could grow a lovely long beard and just get away with that. I know, like, I know what they like behind hand. I won't tell you. Well, Spooky, when you want to tell me, I am all ears. Yeah, my ears are here. They're listening. And I haven't got it. I mean, I suppose I could put these on as well while I'm waiting to hear what you want to say, Spooky. I could put these on. Look. There's floor meat. Can you stop throwing bloody things of fire at me while I eat my floor meat? Desi. Yes. Why are you side-eyeing me? Is it because you don't like my glasses? Do I need to put the other glasses on? I've got some cooler ones, although I think they make me look like a bit of a narc. Wait. Or is it my floor meat you were interested in? Because I can share the floor meat. The gamer glasses. Are these gamer glasses? They have a tassel. Or is it these ones you want? Which I use for the anime reviews. I'm apparently wearing glasses on my glasses, which is a bit like wearing sunglasses indoors. There we go. I'll take my glasses off in a second. I just can't see what I'm doing. I did miss your interactions with Obley. I was too busy. But the thing is, Obley was like, I don't know Shibari. I said I was in Scouts. I know how to tie up bits of wood and small children. Because that was a very normal thing in the Scouts. Is just, when you play like wide games or like, what's it called? Or Manhunt, you would tie the captives up. I just tried to mask it. Exactly, Spooky, and you're doing a wonderful job of it. Now, we just got to see old Freddy over here. Oh! Those bloody claws. And we have to remember with Freddy not to go for the flying knee, because it never works out in our favour. Oopsie. Okay, I'll put it this way. I forgot you have multiple glasses. I have these ones as well. These are the third ones. But I'm just not a police officer. I just thought I could put these on like with an explosion or something to look cool. Yeah. But yeah. So Spooky, you're putting it this way. Hold on. Who are we picking on at the minute? Are we picking on Kisk or are we picking on you? You know there are mental detectors. I feel like Obley is perfect sus detector. I mean, yes, I need to take these off because I can't be wearing the sunglasses inside. Obley and I are like the exact opposite aspects of the same thing if you get what I'm putting down. Oh, I understand. I understand. I understand exactly what you mean. Or maybe I don't. I either do or I don't. I'm either getting what you're picking. I'm either picking it up or putting it down. Like, half me saying like, okay, so Obley, hold on. It's like if you took the letter, hold on, I get these the wrong way round. Letter M, and you turned it on its side, and it turns into, well, it doesn't. It turns into, what's the Greek letter E? I've forgotten what that's called. And then if you flip the bottom half round, M&S, that's what we're, M&S, which is, and we're not going shopping at M&S. Epsilon, is it Epsilon? Is that the one used for some? I'm going to have to check this in a minute. We're going to have to, I don't know why I'm doubting speaking ancient Greek. Like, really, that seems like a silly thing. Yeah, I was going for a good thing, because I thought, if you turn an M on its side, it looks like an S, and then I realised it doesn't at all. What about Sigma? Sigma... I can't remember. My Greek is all over the shop. It's been so long since I did physics. And I only normally use a little Sigma, which is like the little round bean. Alright, come on. Oi, Heracles. There we go. There we go. 2 punches to the nuts and a headbutt in his sternum, and Heracles goes down. Come on. I said we can basically walk this section now. This is the most frustrating thing. Like, I can... On a good run, I can no-hit all the bosses. The problem is, well, not no-hit all the... I have never managed to... What's a I don't remember what a capital Sigma looks like, though, Syrup. This is unfortunate. I used to know most of the ancient Greek alphabet. Both of you have a knee in the face. Have some tear gas. Okay, you next. Perfect. Now, Mr. Cobra Commander, are you going to come over here? He's not, is he? There. Oh, it's not the one. Did I just beat the other guy up too fast? I'll be like giving up control. That's what I was... Well, yeah. See, Spooky, we're on the same team here. As I said, although I just don't do Shibari, I said, as Kiska said, Jesse likes maximum efficiency, which is why we would either prepare beforehand or just use constrictors, do a square lashing, and then probably finish out with another constrictor. You could use you can use a cow hitch in there, or if you just pre-splice rope or just tie a bowline for a loop, it just makes everything easier. I do have a book on knots, but it's again, it's again, you know, Spooky, how you give us nice, clean, normal history facts. That's how my book of knots is. It tells you how to like make a monkey's fist, do the sheep shank, like Obley asked, all complete. I suppose you could repurpose them. Oi, Big Ben, hold on. Right, this is it. We've got him on the... Okay, well, not really the ropes, but we've got him by... There we go. If I don't spam hit so fast, we don't have to keep knocking him down. There we go. We got the pace right. Oh, I didn't get him quite beaten up. There we go. So, 2, my knots are actually terrible. I should do it, but I don't. 1, I don't need to where to look for fellow enthusiasts. There's normally specific clubs for it, but clubs are dying. But again, just like, knots are an art form, Speaky. Much like you can practice drawing, you can practice knots anytime. Like, as long as you got a couple of bits of rope, you could be practicing it right now. I mean, Sarah, why were you suggesting Sigma as well? Who are you trying to suggest? Because I'll be honest, the whole alpha and beta thing confuses me. I mean, I know the guy that oh, this is a bit I always screw up. I let the fire juggler move too far. So this is a lesson. We have to remember this next time. Do not let the fire juggler get this far, or we get absolutely mobbed with these Cobra Kai lookalikes. I don't know who Cobra Kai is, but I just feel like they're in black geese and they are now Cobra Kai. So, oh, see, we just reminds me of the sum, and it looks like an E, does it? We're gonna have to look it up. Maybe I was thinking of Sigma. We'll have to look up epsilon and sigma, because I can remember lowercase sigma, which is just a circle. Wait. Oh. Yeah, this has wasted a couple of lives, so we've got to be really careful in the final playthrough not to get in this situation. We've got to fight all these guys at once. Absolutely burn through lives. Also not sure if these are about to give out a normal, because like half time it's about some morbid event. No, that's pretty normal. Because most of the interesting bits in history are when something like that happens. Right, hold on. There's the 2 little ladies that are going to beat us up. So let me just check. Capital Sigma. No, you're right. You're right, Syrup. You're so right. The capital Sigma is the one I'm thinking of for a sum, which is an M on its side. And see, if it's a Sigma on its side, my joke works, because M and S, so M is M-shaped. If you just rotate the M 90 degrees, it becomes a Sigma, which is the letter S, probably. Epsilon, capital Epsilon. Oh, it is the letter E as well. Neat. Epsilon and Sigma. Meow, meow, Mew. Mew 3. Or is this a Pokemon reference I'm not getting? Because I'm aware of Mew and Mewtwo, but I don't know Mew 3. And oh, we got suplex by a lady. Right. So this is where we're counting it from. Those are my attempts at cat noises. Right. Let's stand here. Oh, we didn't stand there properly, and she suplexed us. Right. This is a big risk. Is we need to land the counter. And it's the other one when they keep... Oh, we got suplex again. Oh, I see. Right. Rotating the letters. Okay, let's see. Lock in here. Yeah, that was a mistake. I got too far on the side. So, what we're seeing here is I'm going to get absolutely trolleyed when we fight these girls again. But I've learnt nothing. Ooh, what's that? That's a new emote. Hey, Sui! Welcome in. How are you getting on today? Careful. Oh, we didn't get suplex. We just got flipped. That's fine. Flipping is fine. Oh, we got suplex. That's no longer fine. This is losing on purpose theory. It's really not. It's I do sometimes get a bit too distracted yapping. And if I was going to lose on purpose, I would lose on purpose when we actually get to the final boss, not in my warm-up. It's a suplex that gets me. I said, Spooky, remember when I was talking about being a Rex from Toy Story 2? Did you check out misjudged it, the clip I put in the Kiss board? that's the problem. It's not. It's more so that my brain just can't reach the controls fast enough. Because the counter. So when they're walking behind us, the counter is B and C at the same time. But if you like that, if I press it slightly wrong, we jump instead, and then they get the suplex on us, which does like a third of our health. I'm alright. I'm trying to write a browser plugin. No way. Wild. What? Why? Not why are you writing a browser plugin? It's because you have the brain cells to do it. But what browser plugin are you working on? Hold on. I feel like it is you, didn't you? I could be making this up. Weren't you the person that had were you the person that had how to make your model VRAM less by compressing your textures? Was it you that had the video on that as well, or am I making that up? Because I know I did watch on. This is the problem of having too many friends, but I feel I did watch someone that described how to compress your model textures to reduce VRAM. I could be making it up. There we go, we got her. Nope, we once again have tried to combo. There we go. So, now it's one of them, it should be a little easier. She'll come up there, and now we can just... Because now, there's one of them, we can watch the landing, and they always go diagonal, so if you stick to one end of the screen... Unfortunately, you can never land the flying kick. Wait here. We're going to fly, and there we go. If we can then pick up or down, we can get on the landing. Syrup. Are you also crying about the browser plugin? So we'll go see Big Boss now. Yeah, I have no technical skills. As I said, I tried to learn HTML5 for 1 week. Which is, I know it's a language, well, it's not programming, but it's a markup language, and then I realised I wasn't built for it. So we're not joining him. No. And what I hate is they put this metal pipe in here, because when I've played through 7 levels, I've got my ranges worked out, and my combos worked out, but the metal pipe breaks all of those. Like here, immediately died. I've got to pick the metal pipe up. Because otherwise I'll be fighting someone and accidentally pick it up and it ruins everything. So yes, it was my project because Kyoki didn't exactly lay out my textures efficiently, so I was like 2.66 gig around VRAM. I was like, nah, that's too much. Yes, so I will revisit that video again, and anybody else that has a model that has a large, the textures take up too much VRAM, should go visit that again when I do my 1.0. I don't know how efficiently Kiska will lay out my textures, and I haven't picked a rigger yet. Alright, so the man has a gun. So watch out for that. And this is the problem I have, is fighting off these guys at the same time he's shooting me. I haven't worked it out. Yeah, I did have a look, and it's I can't remember why it didn't really work out with this model. God damn it. So far we've that's one life down. It's also a slightly older model as well. This was made Patcher and oh, come on. We've got to land a hit on him. Oh, God. Who was my... Steve did this like 2021, I think about 2021. It's probably like a 5-year-old model now. So, and a lot of things have changed with VTubing since. No, let's not get shot. Okay, flying kick, maybe? So I think the biggest trick is just to try and... It's just always flying knees. Oh, and then he comes in the buttstock like that. Yeah, what is your plugin for? If you can share, unless it's going to be another exciting project, and we'll have to wait for the YouTube video to find out. Not that that's anything bad with that. If I could make content like that. So are you flying knee through the bullet? Yes. So you can flying knee through the bullets, but not through getting butt-ended. So like that, I can block the bullets with my knees, but if he tries to hit me with the butt of his gun, I can't block that. I mean, have you not been in a street fight before, Syrup? Do you not know how this works? Knees are tungsten. I know. If this guy could join Skyrim, he would be indefeatable. As you see, though, we've actually still not got through his first health bar. And this is the problem. It's like, now we've cleared out the other guys, it's a little easier. But he's just so fast. And I haven't really worked out the proper counter for him. I think it's just going up and down on the screen and making sure we're never in line with him. Yeah, that's it. I think the trick with this guy is a bit like the second boss, like the Wolverine style guy, or the Freddy Krueger guy, is to always be out of line. But he just moves up and down the screen so fast. Look how slow I am in comparison. Look. So I think we need to get here with like a whole stack of lives. There we go. So we've got him. I'm going to hit reset. Because I don't know what happens at the end and I don't want to find out. I doubt there's anything. And maybe how he keeps shooting without reloading. It's a Tommy gun with a drum mag. He's got like 100 bullets in there. He does got a screen, Spooky, as well. So he could just be having a little fiddle off screen. Also, if we don't really know, let's see. Can Desi do shout-outs? Shout-out, _VT. Yay! Oh, and Sue, you were playing Jak 2 recently as well? No way. I just finished Jak 3. So, I wouldn't say I'm at the end of the Jak and Dax franchise, but I've just finished playing Jak and Daxter 3. Well, it's Jak 3. So I finally am up to date on the lore. But yeah, everybody should follow Sui if you actually like. I mean, Syrup, you might enjoy it, especially if you haven't browsed their YouTube videos. The stuff on, I said, the video that stood out most to me is the one on textures and compressing model textures. I know your Syrup, are you always going to be a PNG, or is your aim to go full VTuber one day? I mean, what do you even stream off of, Syrup? Are you a laptop streamer, a PC streamer? I have no idea what you're running. Not that it matters what you're running. It's just useful. But yeah. It's also, one day I'll do face tracking, but I'm a laptop streamer. It's fine. I started as a laptop streamer before I decided I love this hobby so much, I should spend all of my money on it. It's not completely true, but like, it's kind of why I said I'll do the audio interface, either just before or just after I get back from Japan. Because it's just being sensible with the money. I should have enough money to do it, but I just want to get closer to time and get everything dialed in just to make sure I do. It's also, I've got time to browse eBay, because a lot of my gear is second-hand. The PC less so. Most of the PC is new, bar the CPU, but like my capture card, my microphone, my webcam, my phone, my controllers, my games are all second-hand to save money. So I've also been looking at second-hand. Oh, art broker warnings. Oh my god, you're a hero. Yeah, so I know a few people have been caught by the art brokers. I mean, my go-to of any artist is I tend to only I go and watch a couple of streams. So like I mean, Syrup, you don't sell art yet, but you could. I love your scribble drawings. It's like I said, if I ever do a debut video, I'll never have a big like debut video, but that'd be exactly how I'd like to draw it out, like with your scribble style art, and I can't do it. Although I would give it a go. There's a specific talent to do scribble style art that make it look good. So I should actually read out everything properly. So display warnings for an art broker and possibly scammers on Twitter and Blue Sky. Although Ethical Art Hub is recently kind of unhappy about many brokers listing themselves as a studio, so I might do it for VGen. I mean, VGen is always my go-to, but for a lot of people, I'll just go watch their streams first. I said like Cosme My Dear and Mediusa, who do rigging and stuff. I've been and watched them. Obviously, Kisker I went and watched a bunch before. Chunks of Plum, who's done art for me, Melody the Fae, I go and watch their streams first, just for a vibe check as well. Because obviously, brokers are one thing, but it's also, it could just turn out, just because they're a good artist doesn't mean they're a good person. Although, a lot of them are, but yeah, this is very exciting. You are basically a hero in the VTuber community if you can do a plugin that warns about brokers. But I know there have been some problems on VGen with it as well. But I suppose, you know, make a splash. So I was not able to alert this time. I never left the bed. Oh, it's fine, Maple. Kiss. Oh, so the problem is I have to actually like start calling you out soon. Not because of anything you've done, but as I said, I was going to put the lurk alerts on. And I said, but Kiska hadn't set up the converter yet. And unfortunately, on Friday during the Tara stream, Kiska in fact set up the converter, and I helped Kiska set up the converter. So now I have to actually set up lurk alerts just for you. Nobody else is getting called out and lurking, just you. And it'll be a simple timer. I still haven't done the other thing I wanted to do with you, which is using your artwork. I just know I'm not engaged enough to go on streams alone, but I know how to program stuff. Yeah, I mean, you've got a special talent. Make the most of it. I feel similarly, but I don't have programming. I don't know what my niche is. Like, I like old games, but anybody can play old games. Can we stop whipping me for 5 minutes, please? Or I'll get Spooky over here, and I reckon... Spooky, how are you with a whip? I feel like you'd be better than me. Come here. Thank you. So, yeah, programming is super duper cool. It is. And I know programming isn't art. Because you can program, and again, you have multiple things, you have multiple ways to achieve the same thing, so it clearly isn't art. And again, it's something you can specifically practice. So, I mean, you don't have to call programming art, but I can see it as an art. But I can't do it. I didn't have the patience. I mean, I understand logic gates and the like. It is mostly the patience and concentration. Can you stop kicking me? Right. Have some of that. Because I shouldn't be taking damage to this boss here. This is called Jesse Can't Shut Up Long Enough. Yeah, but I don't know what my niche is yet. I mean, I've been streaming like a year. I just haven't worked out what do I do other than not shut up really well. But, I mean, yeah, use it in your favour by all means. As I said, it's how I discovered you was the video on the compression texture. It just came off my YouTube feed. It's very interesting. So I can only say it's working. Because I don't specifically know how I follow everyone. It's normally... So like on Blue Sky and Twitter, I just follow every VTuber just so I'm in sort of the know for trends and stuff. But on... My rules for Twitch and YouTube is I only follow people below like 5k. It's not a hard rule, but I've got personal accounts as well. But I don't think, especially at my size, there's no... It's kind of why I struggle to do collabs for quite the longest time. It's like, well, okay, if I'm going to do a collab, and I want to reach out to someone and do a collab, what am I bringing to the collab? Why am I reaching out to them? Because I mean, it's cool to say, oh, I think you're really cool, can we do stuff together? But why would they do a stream with me if I don't have anything? Like, the voice acting works with Kiska. I still don't know what I bring to this. Other than, like, the yapping. Like, Kiska brings amazing stuff. Kiska's a decent VA. And they do a wonderful job in all the female voices. So I get why I get why I want to do, like, Planet Dub with Kiska, but what do I bring to it? Like the Cursed Food, like, collabs, you know, what do I bring? I round up the VTubers. I can see why I do that. The doing Hex and Resi and Hex and Desi and a whole lot of Resi. I see what I bring to that. It's the PlayStation 2. But no, play to your strengths. I mean, that's why Kiska's an art streamer. If you can do like services to the VTuber community and programming, and you make engage, and to be fair, your video is still engaging. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing, so much so. I said I feel really embarrassed. It's the only thing I can remember specifically. That and you play. Then I did this, and then I found out you played Jack 2. I didn't know you were on the old retro path as well. But no, I know because my program worked, but the code looks horrible. Yeah. But that's right. Well, I mean, to fair, I said I understood logic gates because to make like my converter bot work, I did not write the C# code. I tried writing it. I couldn't, but I at least managed to do some... The most annoying thing is whoever wrote the original C# code I used for my converter didn't sign their code, so I can't remember where I got it from. So unfortunately, it's not credited properly because I remember implementing it. And for the life of me, because there's literally nothing in the code says who did it, which is annoying because it's my fault for not crediting them at the time. As I said, I have done very minor tweaks to it, but they wrote 99%. I tweaked like one or two little bits because that's what I could manage, and it's not credited properly. But I mean, programming is just another language, isn't it? And languages are definitely art. Yeah, I'm hoping one day I'll know what my niche is, other than rambling and playing old games. Because even like setting up for retro gaming, I mean, that's the other one. Start of next year, I'm going to change the capture, the upscaler. I don't use an upscaler at the minute. We're going to look into one. Foxy has agreed to probably just after Christmas help me set up a retro tink. There we go. There. Oh, he caught my knife. Like, and normally I like it when they catch my knife like in them, but it didn't hurt him. There we go. I have to be really careful as well, because like if I lose any lives early on, I don't want to lose any lives till at least the 5th level. But it's also, that's how all code works. I've done some databases. And again, I'm not a back-end technician, but I did in my old job write some databases for data transfer. So, we had a LIM system, which is Laboratory Information Management System. Basically, it was an in-between program that moved data in... So newer instruments actually can just put stuff out as like a CSV or an .exe file, but the original instruments we had in the lab couldn't do that. They put it out as like a proprietary format, so we had to run a program in between to like a translation layer, to both import and export data between our sample management system and our instruments. And again, I did a bit of the writing of the database tables to translate it, but again, that is my limit. But I mean, obviously, so you're concentrating, and this is not helping. But how do you play your older games as well? Are you also playing? Ow! Thank you for the biscuit syrup. I had some biscuits yesterday, actually. That was one of the benefits of my friend coming over. He brought biscuits. We ate some sandwich biscuits. They're like BNs, but they're not BNs. They were the Cadbury equivalent of BNs, but they were nice. But thank you for the... Oh, that's a point. You've given me biscuits. I need to put tea on the... There we go. We've got the first tea. I need to actually remember to put all the deaths on as well. I just feel like such a rookie, because I said I've managed to undervolt my PC, but again, I can't really make a compelling video on undervolting. Go away. Alright, put him over there. Put him over there. That's it. Ah, we couldn't get away fast enough, right. Oh, I forgot, we got our special. I'm mostly a PC gamer. With Jack 2, I just go decompiled and open goal. Oh, okay. I roughly understand that. I like the original hardware. So I do understand emulation. I just... Really? What? Wow, we blew a life this early in the game. That's embarrassing. We walked into that one. I just like the original consoles. Well, for nostalgia reasons. And again, Syrup, when I was a laptop streamer, that's the reason I started on the console. Was because the laptop had it could run OBS and VTube Studio at 50 FPS. Like the lowest, 1080p 50 FPS at the lowest settings. There's no way it's running games. And I can do it now. The only ones that really challenged, and I was brave and I finally put a fan curve in. I also have to be careful with emulation as well. Everything I play, I do own. And I have no problem with people, you know, getting things, especially with, I said, oh God, is it Gabe that said, piracy is just a distribution issue. I can't remember who said it exactly, but I kind of that vibe. But especially for the older consoles, I can get all this stuff fairly easy. And I still want to support the secondary market, because I know, especially with like the newer consoles and sort of the secondary market disappearing, I mean, again, if you've got you can emulate and you've got a deep... Well, I mean, again, emulation is also preservation. But I've also got the physical to preserve. And you can do some cool stuff, because I know Stiggy, they were emulating Jack 2, I think. And one of the best things is, one of my biggest annoyances with Jack 2 is the amount of time you're just driving between missions. And there's nothing engaging like while you're driving about, so they could zoom around the city way faster. I think that's some... Let's just cut down those bits. Come on. Let's go through here. We've got to be careful, because I really don't want to lose another health so early. It's embarrassing enough to lose one to the second boss. It's not good if we're going to get to the end of the game. We're going to need at least like a whole stack of life for that final boss. Now, eat your apple. Keep the doctor away. Flying knee to the face. Flying knee to the face. Although the apple's keeping me healthy, it's not keeping the doctor away from them. Pick up points. At some point, I'll actually look up how many points it takes to get the extra lives. I thought it's like 50k. The more we can stack up, the better. Oh, don't get punched in the face. Again, bad for your health. Ooh, we ducked down and picked up the knife. We didn't throw it right, that's fine. Yeah, hopefully this year I'll find my niche, but that was it. So yeah, so last year, like, basically all my spare money went on building the... Well, no. So I actually... So again, I know Kisk always tells me off for my eating habits. In my defense, last year of eating ramen was to pay for the PC, and that's only... It's not really a joke. I did buy like a year's worth of ramen so that I could not so I could afford the PC. And I got lucky because PC prices only got a lot worse since then. But this year it will be actually moving over to an audio interface and a proper upscaler. So audio interface will be October. Again, I don't know. I just don't know. I have a niche in playing old games, but I don't know what my unique selling feature is. Like yeah, I said, Syrup, you've got both art and programming you can use. Kiss has got art. So you've got your programming. Yeah. What does Jesse have? But other than a lack of talent in everything. We'll get there. We'll work it out. Or we won't. And we'll realise that this is where we are. I also, and I do the anime stuff as well, I also need to dedicate more time. When I sort out my IRL a bit more, I can, because I have got a bunch of stuff I would like to do. I'd probably like to lean into the anime reviewing a bit more, because what I'd really like to do is leverage more of my anime review content, as short form especially. But I just haven't had the time to set it up. I've not even been doing clipping recently. Oh, I've been doing the clips, but not the uploading. Oh, 3 minutes of ads already. Ooh, and actually, we need to just actually remember this stream. Because we die so often, I forget, but we're going to try and actually keep a track this time. How many times I die. It'll be useful. Right. This should be Heracles. And again, speaking, I always forget, how do we pronounce Heracles? Which one is... Which one's Roman, and which one's Greek? Ugh! Again, we've wasted a life here, focusing on the small fry, and we could have had our artillery strike. It does get us extra points, but we might as well just use it. To be honest, it took me like 10 years to understand. I feel good about programming, I'd like to do it. Exactly, and I spent a week on, so that's probably why I didn't learn it to do it. But I'm glad you found something that worked out for you. I mean, I have, well, as I said, streaming is something new to me. I say it's really embarrassing, but like a lot of people say, like, what would you have liked to know when you first started streaming? The thing I'd like to, actually the biggest thing I would have wanted to know is more about art stuff. Like the fact that if you're making a thumbnail, layers exist when you're making thumbnails, or you can do image masks. So this is something I learned from Kiska like a month ago about when I'm doing like cutting out stuff or colouring in the backgrounds of stuff, that you can do a mask layer and it only fills in certain areas. And you can go all the way over the lines, you don't have to be careful. Drop shadow and Gaussian blur. I mean, the two things I really want to learn, I don't know, because I use Clipchamp for my editing, which is fine, but I'd really like to learn to do DaVinci, because I could do much more interesting things with my editing. And the big problems with Clipchamp are text and the fact that there's no way to do still frames. You have to literally just take a screenshot and use that as your still frame. So it's convenient, but it lacks a lot of features. Same with paint.net, which is what I use for all my thumbnails and stuff. It's great, but it lacks like text manipulation. Once you put text in there, you can't move it. So you always have to put text in its own layer, but you can't go back and edit the text. So if you want to re-edit text, and just tidying up all my brand and stuff, I would like to tie my brand together, because if you've ever seen my starting soon and my screens, they're just built in Canva, and they're even the color scheme is off, because it's red and green, which is my original color scheme before I ended up being Desi, which is blue and yellow. There's a lot of just tying. Year 2 is a bit more consolidation of tying everything together and finalizing the setup. Because I've never done anything like this. I've never been a creative before. I've never been on camera. I said, actually, I do have one. I have an acting award from when I was a child, but that's it. Other than that, I was always like triple science. And that's what my degree is in, chemistry. I did do history at college, to be fair, but that was my So weirdly, I mean, it's sort of died out now. It's gone out of vogue. But when I was in college, they didn't like you to have any free periods. They expected you to treat college like school. You'd be at college like 8 hours a day. And if you had any spare lectures, you were meant to pick up an extra subject. And nowadays, that's gone out of vogue, and they actually say only do 3 subjects and doing them well. So I did history as my time killer subject, and I liked it. But yeah. But actually, I was other neat for so long, you can tell anytime I start talking. Well, I wasn't not in education, employment, or training, but I was never sociable. It's like, so my second best friend, the reason that they're my friend is when I used to work in my old job, the first year or two, nobody ever spoke to me. And it's again, because my parents raised me that children are seen but not heard, and seldom should they be seen. I would walk into work in the morning, start whatever I was supposed to be doing, do my job speaking to no one for 8 hours, and go home. And like in my lunch breaks, I'd read books. So I definitely wasn't the best at socialising. And that's why they're the second best friend, because they're the first person actually in my job to actually talk to me. It's also, for a long time, I didn't have any... Oh, man, I cost another life. This is awful. This is not a good run. I think this run is already cooked. Really, this is a bit like Sonic. The first couple of levels should be all about building up lives. But we've got 2 runs here, and all I've done is burn them. I'll have to listen to you more. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Sui. It wasn't obvious when I watched you before. It sounds, I don't know. I don't mean this in a rude way, but you sounded normal. But the acting does help. Although the worrying thing is I don't really act as a VTuber. Oh, we're on ad break. God damn it. Well, what if we're on ad break? I'm gonna get a cup of tea then. I'm so sorry. I didn't even notice I've been yapping. So I'll be back in 30 to 45 seconds with some more tea. There we go. He is here. Off you go. Off you go into the pit of doom. Pick up the extra life. I mean, the problem is, I said, I don't even play the games properly. I yap too much to even play the game properly. Because I'm pretty sure if I hadn't been yapping so much, I wouldn't have blown all those lives. But again, it wouldn't be a very fun stream. Although, I don't know, because there are some streams, like just working streams. I mean, that's like... I think that's one of the more fun things to do on Discord. I think I'm getting to a point with like my thumbnails and my schedules where I could actually do them... Not editing, like video editing. I think I could actually do them in Discord. I think that's something I'd like to do a bit more, be a bit more involved in VC and Discord. Like yesterday, I could actually be in VC and be semi-productive, which is good. Before, I couldn't be productive when I was in VC. Yeah, the ads are back. Sorry, back over. So sorry, Sue. I was saying, like, I mean, I said I didn't have you pegged as a NEET because anytime I've listened to you, you sounded fine. But so I went on my ramble about when I went to work. For the longest time I didn't speak to anyone because that's how my parents raised me. Like, children are seen but not heard, and seldom should they be seen. So, like, I'd come home from school, I'd immediately go up to my bedroom, I'd stay up there till, like, dinner time. Because that's what is expected. No, I can't go any further off screen, I need my delicious floor meat. Okay, we got our delicious floor meat, we can go off screen now. So for the longest, and also, so the biggest problem I had as well is so I finished college here, which is like 17 to 18, so like the American version of high school. And then I went immediately into work for a year, and that was awful. And then I got onto my, like, and then I got into my lab job and started my degree. So for 5 years, I worked full-time and was at university part-time. So I had no social life for 5 years. So it's very strange when I finished my degree, because I had one friend and no social life. So it's taken me, a long time to build... Well, as I said, one of my big reasons for VTubing was to try and make some friends. So one of my big goals is to make some friends, and I said my plan worked because literally I'm selling myself online. I figured, what if I just do all the stuff I like online, and then maybe like-minded people will find me, and it worked really well. I just started streaming, playing old games and yapping out anime and stuff, and then people joined me, so like, it worked. Oh. We're calling the special while we got it. Because like, my thing is, IRL, like we had a board game cafe and I went there, but I didn't make any friends there. It's also, IRL, I'm not as outgoing as this by any means. But I find streaming, having the game in the background fills the gap, so I can be, oh, he set fire to me. So I can just yap about nonsense. No! Oh, I thought he had us. Oh, there we go, we got him now. There we go, perfect. So I can just yap around nonsense, and it just helps fill the void. Especially where people are here, and like, I mean, silly, we probably need to do your proper shout out. I mean, you've done one earlier, but we can add you into the gang in a minute. Because that's one of my proudest things is setting up the automated shout outs, and that's how technologically unsavvy I am. Is I could do that. It's also, I'm hoping Foxy turns up because I'm trying to convince my friend to build a gaming PC. a light gaming PC. Hold on. Write down note first, Jesse. Write note. 3_VT. There we go. SO. But yeah, I mean, the two things that I always, well, 2 things or 2.5 things I get that people say are my things. Talking really fast. That's a Desi special trait. Being really good at reading chat, but even really good at reading chat, like even when we have the collabs, I struggle to keep up with it because I know a few people have said you're really good at reading all the messages, but that doesn't work out so well when there's more of them. So that's the scary thing. I said I have had my one partner raid once. I didn't completely flub it, but if I got a partner raid now, I'd do an awful lot better. But it was playing Digimon of all things. I'm still living off that high. I mean, again, if anybody has a partner raid, or if anybody ever gets one, I still have the email in my inbox. It's like you had like a peak of like 81 people, and you had an average of like 27 people for a stream. I was like, this is neat. And again, like the peak is cool because of the raid, but the biggest thing is the fact that I managed to keep like 15 of those people there for an extended period of time, or 17 of them during the stream, and at least I finished Digimon. A couple of them came back. So, you know, I don't think I'll ever make partner, but it's still cool to at least have those people turn up and, you know, be good enough that they'd hang around for a couple of streams to finish the game at the very least. I mean, just raiding in general, it always gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Anytime someone comes over, and I said I've been so pleased that nearly every stream now, it's the exception not to be able to raid someone at the end of it. We can always go and just hang out with someone else. And I always get the warm and fuzzy when someone raids me. It always just makes me feel a bit special. Oh, crumbs. There's a lot of these lads. But what we got to do is ideally get them all on one spot. Can you, look, if you wouldn't mind just lining up for a darn good thrashing. That would really help me. Come on, titanium knee. Or tungsten knee. Or we could go for osmium. Osmium's a very heavy knee, but I don't know what it's... I wonder what, because tungsten can be quite brittle. Because like you have tungsten carbide, and that's quite brittle. So that's why you put it in tooltips. I wonder, it probably wouldn't be the best metal for a flying knee because it might shatter. And osmium, I feel, is even more hard. This is the classic metallurgy of hardness versus toughness, and it tends to be. It's always a classic problem with stainless steel, is that it tends to be the tougher you make something, the softer it is, the more tough it is, the less hard it is, and vice versa. Again, it's the Possum Gang. We need to beat these girls up here, flying knee, before we get the Staten Island ninjas. There we go. Oop, there's another one. And flying kick there. And a flying kick there. What's under here? Ooh, floor meat. We're probably a little early in the floor meat, but we'll have it. Then we're nicely warmed up now. I'm also too careless on the early levels. That's the problem. I don't lock in hard enough at the start, and that's why I lose. Because I've burnt 3 lives. I should have. We could be 8. We could be at 8 lives now, and that's about what we need to beat the final boss. But at least we've seen him now. As I did before I got to him and fought him for the first time. I didn't want to grind him, but now we've at least seen him. Because, again, I want all my reactions on stream to be genuine. Like, I know I have my what's it, well, 14 when I got an acting award. So I know I've got that. But I don't think I can quite convey, like, the surprise of seeing something for the first time. But because last week we saw him. See, I once got raided by Enki, who got raided with the Josh Musa. So I have an insane peak view from one stream at the end of 2024. So he's still living off that high, because I'm doing the same. I follow him. Again, as I said, my rough rule is I don't follow, on my VTuber account, anybody above 5,000, just because the odds of interacting or having something to interact with them about is low. Like, I am very lucky that I have such a high regular viewership. Like, we're, 170-ish followers, and I pretty regularly get 10 people turning up. Which is, that's like 5% of the people. That's a really good 5. Yeah, that means like 5% of the people are here like nearly every stream. So I'm very lucky in that regard. And again, you can probably anybody, I don't know, I feel like 20% is sort of my rough rule. I wouldn't probably raid anybody much above 50. 30 is much more my comfort zone. But you have people like Plum or Blue or Megalyn, they can pretty regularly have 30. Or if they're doing a collab, 50-ish. And I would be comfortable raiding them, especially because they're my friends. But like, man, but how did that feel, Sui? Also, if that was your big first partner raid, were you ready for it? Because I must admit, it was very early on Digimon. I definitely was not as ready as I could have been. It's actually why I since then I set up shout-outs, and so I set up shout-outs. I've also like not have a script, but I have like a self-intro now, like, because before I didn't have it, so they just turned up. It's like, well, you know, I'm never to be raided. I'm better now because I always I know who I am. So to see this now, okay, you're somewhat suddenly VTuber. Hi, hello, and how are you doing? And today we're doing. So I've kind of got a set little script now. Because yeah, the first time I've had some smaller raids, especially because they're friends already, it's easier. But when you get a person you've like not interacted before, I'm like, bugger, what do I say? Especially when I got the part. So now at least I have a bit of a script just to not just. At first, I literally had it written out, but I sat there afterwards and wrote down what I should say when people raid, and now it's sort of second nature. But that I'm you know. To be honest, I was surprised that somehow Josh recognised me on ESA because I ran into ESA. Some sort of conference that I am 100, not 100%, but we ran into in the elevator. Well, I mean, again, that must give you the warm and fuzzies. You're now recognised. You're now known. It's also, again, because depending on the partner, their career is pinned on their reputation. If they raid into you, they are sort of putting a bit of their reputation on the raid. So again, it's or anybody that raids you. All right, we're just gonna fire artillery at these guys because I'm not dealing with all these guys with throwing fire at me. But yeah, hold on. Did you run into him before or after the elevator? It's not the elevator incident. Right, who's next? There we go. Because that'd be wild. Him running into you, recognizing you, and then raiding you. Especially how does he? Have you done IRL stuff? Because before, how did he even recognize you? Or does he just know your voice? But I must admit, it's also the first couple of times I raided people, I was really scared. So Kiska, I was very scared because Foxy made me raid Hexy twice, like quite near the start, and that terrified me going and see Hex twice. Also, Hexy and I are two Black Cat. Both of the two Cortons. Kiska was less Black Cat, and Kiska just yapped at me, and that's how we made friends. But Hex is a bit more reserved, like me. It didn't work too well because we were both being too reserved. It took months to make friends with Hex. Yeah, wild getting recognised IRL. It's never happened to me, and I doubt it ever will. Although I fear, I don't think my voice is that distinct. Ooh, but I fear it could also be a little distinct. It depends if I get excited. Then it's conceivable my voice could be recognisable. Anyway, we need to get both these girls on the same side. Not there. Come on. There we go. And I forgot. Oh, because it's turned to VTO, I used to speedrun games. Pretty sure just did hosting while I on ESA. What is ESA? I apologise. I'm not familiar with it. Because I am categorically not a speedrunner. As we can tell, I don't have the patience. And again, one of my reasons for VTubing is to actually finish games. Because for so long, I basically just never finished games because I get bored. But as a VTuber, as a streamer more than anything, right, we're going to call the artillery in because we could lose a life here. Hey Desi, can you feel the triumphant wind blowing? Well, unlike Spooky, I have got a fan blowing today, G, so I can feel a wind. But the triumph is maybe. It's if I can lock in. Although I must say that now I've got the counter for these girls worked out because they're not quite as tough as the ones later in the game. Ooh, oh, they suplexed me. CG, you walked in and immediately I blew it. So G, no, I can't. I feel it's a gust over me grave. Central European AGDQ SGDQ, a week-long speedrun marathon, except less focus on donation and more on fun. Thank you, Sui, for explaining to Desi what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's also, I'm too much of a casual gamer. So I have had a few speedrunners help me, especially for Jak 2. I mean, what do you speedrun as well, Silly? Do you speedrun Jak? Because I know Jak 2 especially is good for speedrunning, or Jak 3. But I don't do it because Win probably changed direction as soon as I showed up. Possibly. I mean, it's for the better, G, because it's always a good day when you show up here. And look, I barely got beaten up, but see, your fan art's just, you know, you're not be able to see by the time, because also if I finish this by the end of the month, how is your art attack going as well? I mean, I'm so glad on Blue Sky I see them now. I have trained the algo to actually show it to me. But yeah, you haven't, hold on. Oh, so hold on, did you do camera stuff when you used to speedrun? He just recognised your voice from the speedrunning? Because yeah, I can't speedrun to save my life. It will never happen. Desi does not have the concentration. And the fact you've got to keep doing it and learning. And we've watched me do the same game over and over again. I'm not even as good as I was as a child. So it's like I realised when I played like Desert Storm before, as a child I could beat Desert Storm on the hard immersive sims generally. Deus Ex, Shock Sim, System Shock and Obscure Trash. Oh, don't worry, I am all about Obscure Trash, but not for the speedrunning. As I said, I played Army Men Lancier. I've played Army Men Sarge's Heroes. Sarge's Heroes was so bad, it's now on my Batsu wheel. So I did promise YouTube I would do, no, hold on. I think it's actually, it wasn't YouTube, it's a Twitch sub goal that we're going to do a game wheel, like, soon as I got enough games to put on it, and Sarge's Hero is in fact on it. And the Batsu game, it's just so janky. Again, with emulation fixes all of this, but one of the interesting things I found is there's actually a setting in the PS2 that I never discovered till now. So the original PS1 games run at 2x speed. The disc spins at... I don't necessarily understand what 2x speed on a disc means, but I know that PS2 runs at 12x, and the PS reads at 12x, and the PS1 reads at 2x. But when you play a PS1 game on the PS2, you can actually make the disc run faster and make it run at 6x. So obviously, it reduces your loading time, and for some awful games like Army Men, because it actually is so inefficiently written that it's trying to read the disc while you're playing stuff, it can actually fix all the stuttering and loading issues, because it can actually load the game in time in new areas before it stutters. And it's also got some graphical smoothing you can do using the PS2 GPU. But yeah, I just didn't know that was a thing. There's a driver setting you can just change in the PS2 to do that. Unfortunately, you have to every time you turn it on. It's not in the. You have to like. It's not a BIOS. So you have to go to the intro screen. But yeah, official art attack right yesterday. I'm waiting for the receiver to see it first before posting Blue Sky. Well, unless it's been like 3 days. No, that's fair enough. I mean, it's always, it's a bit like if you like, well, no, I don't say this in a mean way. Kiska never waits me. Well, Kiska knows I've already seen the artwork, because 95% of the time Kiska's doing artwork for me. Oh, it's Big Ben. I'm getting toast. Oh, I didn't call in the artillery task. Hope I could call the artillery before he got me. I was too busy yapping and not looking, G. But yeah, I mean, do you still speedrun, Sui? I said Deus Ex. It's always Deus Ex and Splinter Cell I get confused. Oh no, this isn't even the boss. Oh, that was really dumb. I just wasted my special attack on this guy. And he's not even the boss. There we go. Whoopsie. Oh well, we'll just have to make up for it now. Because if I hadn't just blown it there, I could have had 2 specials to have on the final boss. But how many are you up to now? Is that like your 9th art attack, G, or your 8th? Because I didn't know you could get them out this fast. Because obviously I see the Kiska art. It's also especially like did you not like for the Clanna dub? Did you not like hand draw all the cherry blossoms in the background again? Well, I couldn't be an artist. Same reason I couldn't be a speedrunner. The amount of time it must take you to grind out all the individual petals and the practice to get there is wild. I wish there was a way to drop weapons as well. I really don't want this baseball bat. No. I'm not against obscure trash games either. I don't even mind janky games, but some of the Army Men is almost, well, Sarge's Hero is actually basically at points basically unplayable. But not regularly. But if you can end ESI, generally do you rush something to be able to show it off? Too damn right you should. As I said, like for Resident Evil, I'm not speedrunning it, but I'm actually like at least. So playing Resident Evil 1, I've learned that I've actually like got to draw the map, because although you get a map in game, because we're limited on bullets and stuff, you can't defeat every enemy. So I'm not speedrunning it, but I'm having to draw the map and work out my routes. that I can actually get there, which is not speedrunning, but it's the only equivalent I can sort of think of. Equivalents. Well, and also the fact is why I couldn't be a speedrunner, because that is tough for me. It's your Undertale working the night. The cherry blossom is a shape brush. Wait, come back here. I'm actually going to be ESA on Friday. It's mostly to meet friends, though. It's fun showing off a run. I mean, you just said that. Have you de-rusted something ready for a run then? It's also, because I'm playing some of my childhood games as well, and it's for fun, I feel... I totally get why people speedrun stuff. It's the reason I don't play factory games. Like, I've seen Factorio. I would love Factorio. I can never be trusted to play Factorio because the amount of time I would spend... I was having this conversation with Kiss and Tara. I would spend more time in Excel optimizing than I would play in the game. Why I can't ever play, like, simulation games. I have two this year, System Shock 2 and Hell Forces. Oh, I don't know either of them. Are either of them worth playing? Just so I know what you're talking about. Because, Deus Ex, I feel like, is such a classic I'll have to play it at some point. Again, I always get Deus Ex and Splinter Cell confused. I mean, where do they host it? Which... Oh. Wait, no, kicking me in the face. Naughty. I need to be really careful now, because I just picked up the extra life. I just picked up the extra artillery. Really, I'd like to get the next boss with the artillery. Come here. So at least with my one hit point, I can drop the artillery on them. Oh, we wasted that artillery. We picked it off the floor and immediately blew it. And see, gee, these are the little details of why I suppose I couldn't be a speedrunner. I mean, these are the sort of things you have to do, knowing when to pick up items and... Because like, oh, crumbs. Because if you pay attention to your... Well, you can't get... Here you have to beat everyone up, so there's probably some... Can't really do a lot of point balancing. Oh, when I buggered that up, I got too close to the crusher. Wait, come back here. And this is why I don't like the weapons, because if I had the fist, I would have got the knockback on him. But I didn't knock him back, I stabbed him. I got stuck with the attack animation. All stuff that I have to learn. That, and I don't have the timing. Like, I was having a discussion yesterday, so the way I play games, which will probably, as a speedrunner, will probably hurt you, so it upset Stiggy and Foxy, and he's only a light Borderlands 2 speedrunner, is I actually use my OBS output. So instead of running my console into the PC for capture and then onto a monitor to watch it, I literally just do the OBS preview. And obviously that introduces latency, but I'm so bad at games I can't even notice the latency. Which is why I can never be a speedrunner, because like, some of the things for speedrunning, you have to do stuff in between frames or like, you know, counting tick rates. It's like, yeah, I can't do that. I don't even notice the latency of running, of doing an output via OBS. Because I have tried doing it direct. Foxy, you're here! See, I was confessing to my crimes. Oh, also, Foxy, yes, you're here. Oh, Desi, you're more cruise runner than speed runner. Yeah, it's also, I said, I would love to be one of those. I said, I have no disrespect for the people that just do shooters or, you know, sports games. But how on earth do you speedrun those? Not speedrun them, but how do you read chat and play a game where you have to watch it the whole time? Because I said, people said one of my better strengths is actually reading all the messages in chat, which is fine, but I've got a second monitor and I'm reading them. I can't do it at the same time as I'm playing stuff. Ah, I didn't even get away in time. Oh, easy. Hold on. Who's easy, Foxy? Why are we being easy? No! I nearly did the flying knee, and these guys are immune. But I hate this boss, so this is the one I would love to get to with the double, See, if you can get them to double stack like this, it's possible. But I didn't get them quite double stacked. Let's have TTS that you can't hear. Oh! Okay, well, again, TTS is something I want to set up. It's easy, but again, even TTS, like as a VTuber negotiating, because you have like monster TTS through Mix It Up, but then some people get really upset because it uses AI voices. Oh, I've got a special. So I'm probably going to go... And again, so I don't know enough about AI to know where the line is. Because like Gen AI is bad. It does have some uses, but the biggest problem is it's trained on stolen data. Like I said, I always feel like generative AI should never replace like a real skilled work. Like, oh, sorry, G, I missed your bit about the brushes. Sorry. So it's the take. So also, cherry blossom is a shape of brush to download. To be honest, I finished that one fast because there's not much soft shading on that one. I thought it was incredible. Yeah. Sorry, G, I forgot about that. See, I was just saying I'm okay at reading chat and immediately forgot to finish half a message. I can't believe that's a brush. It looks wonderful. I thought that must have taken you forever. See, this is the art hacks I just don't know. Like when I discovered layers. Or image mask layers to do stuff. But yeah, System Shock 2 is your favourite game ever. It's such a fascinating combination of role-playing, horror and shooter. First game, if you play a remake, it's still such a brutal, hard to get into experience. You're not selling it at all. Yeah, I'm more of a cruiser game. I'm casual. But Foxy, that's it. So the reason a topic I started like half an hour ago is the reason I'm trying to get my friend to build a gaming PC is he has a gaming laptop, but it's about a decade old. And he's trying to send it in for repairs because the thing basically sits at 99%, 99C permanently. It's basically permanently in thermal throttle. I'm pretty sure, and it needs, and it's not it's a custom build, so we can't get the cooler anymore. You'll see it's got the copper piping on it, but because we could find the motherboard and stuff, but basically it's impossible to find the parts affordably to fix the cooling. He's repasted it, and so it's also, I'm pretty sure his CMOS has died because his fan curve keeps changing every time he restarts it, so I'm 99% sure his CMOS is dead. So I'm going to take a look at it, but that's it. So I'm trying to convince him to build it, rather than, he's trying to send it away for specialist repair, like to get someone to rebuild the heat pipes for it. And I was like, my guy, it's a 10-year-old gaming laptop. It's running, I think, a 70 or an 80 series NVIDIA GPU. It'd be like 70... again, I'm not an expert, but it's either the 7080, laptop 7080, or 9080, or 9070. It's 70 or 80. So it's either a laptop 770, 780, or a laptop 970, or... But it's basically too old, and it'll be like a 4th or 5th gen Intel. I think it's an i7. Why are you questioning me, Foxy? Is it because he's trying to get this laptop repaired? And I said he should either buy... He's actually the perfect use case for a Chromebook, because all he does is use that laptop these days to browse the internet. He doesn't really play any games on it, but he's like, well, he really wants to get back into World of Tanks and play Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3. So I've been trying to convince him. I had a look, probably about 750 quid. We could build him a gaming PC that will do everything he wants to do. But my question was, so GPUs is probably my biggest question. CPU will go, I think AM5 is the way to go, 7600X. Oh no, what a waste of a life. That was embarrassing. 7600X would be fine, and what was the other thing I was thinking about? Because we could go and a single stick of DDR5, we'll just get a 16 gigabytes, 5600 mega transfers. AM5 is not the way to go. You don't think? You reckon AM4? So I'll tell you I'll finish with my explanation. Desi is spitting random numbers like a number station. See? You think Cloudflare has random data, you can now use me. And so I'll get back to your game in just a second. I need to finish my ramble about PCs. The reason I say AM5 is not future-proofing, but if we get him basically on the baseline AM5, what I think he's going to end up doing is upgrading, because once he gets back into playing it, I think he's going to play more games. So the reason I said AM5 is it means he can upgrade it. And it'll be fairly easy, because we can just throw in a new GPU and another stick of RAM. It's also, DDR4 is not that much cheaper than DDR5 now. So I was looking, 32 gigs of DDR4 is now about 300 quid, 400 quid here. And I can pick up one stick of 16 gig of DDR5 for 200-ish, I would see. So my plan was to go for that. Yeah, because if he's on the ground floor of AM5, because he keeps... The other thing I'm trying to convince him, he's trying to get the X series. He's trying to get like an X870 and X890 motherboard. So his plan is, if I buy the best motherboard, I can upgrade it again later, which is why I think AM5 is the way to go. But I'm going to try and get him on either a B650 or a B850. We'll call him the artillery. I shouldn't call the artillery. That's a waste. I'm yapping too much. Yeah. So that's what. That's why, Foxy, I was thinking, what GPU do you go for? So I was thinking the 660, the Radeon 660, or 6600. However, the other option is to go for a 4060 8GB because he can get DLSS on it, and because he wants to play Baldur's Gate 3, I think that'd be stronger. And then I'm going to punch these guys, and then we're going to go through all the series comments. We're going to so is System Shock is that in the Bioshock universe? Is it a precursor? Because I'm suddenly realizing the name Shock might be related, a bit like Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Redemption. Throw the knife. We didn't throw the knife, we dropped it. Oh, we got slide tackled. Yeah, now we're going into the final level, and we're going to bring 8 lives. Ooh, that's not enough. We could really do a picking one up in there, so. Right, now we're on the final level. We're going to read. So, System Shock 2, it's really hard to get into. You don't need to play System Shock 1 to play the second game, because they're very different, and all the story that happened between the first and second game in the game manual nobody reads. Oh god, not you, Sui, calling me out as well. Spooky called me out because I was playing Sonic 2, and it has the manual. I didn't read the story in it. And it's really bad because I'm buying physical games. And buying physical games, and I pay extra to buy the physical games with the manual, and because I want to read it, and yet I never do. It's like it's something I need to improve on. When I'm doing a stream, I need to actually read the game manual, like the story in the game manual before we start. Like Streets of Rage is easy because it actually has it on the screen, but you're right. So I was going to finish your comments. So, the crazy thing, most people were blown away by the writing of Bioshock and the whole, would you kindly? But Ken Levine already worked on System Shock 2 in 1999, and he wrote that piece of story, and you can already tell by how good it is. But nobody reads it. Bioshock is a spiritual successor to System Shock 2 specifically. But, I mean, so my interest is piqued. Should I play it? Or at least give it a go? And then, hi Woodsy, it's nice to see you. You've been chopping wood, but you have to stop because of wasps. No! Also, chopping wood, are you felling trees? Are you splitting wood? And what do you use? Do you use a maul for your splitting? So FSR4 looks just as good as DLSS these days. But you only think the Radeon 9060. So this is my thing, Stiggy. Because basically, for about £200 to £250, you can either get the Radeon 6600, a 3060, or maybe a 3070, or a 4060. And because he wants to play Baldur's Gate 3 on a weaker PC, I was thinking, yeah, the 4060 might be the better choice than the 9060. The 9060, like, if he has... The 9060 is a better card, no doubt about it, and FSR4 is better. That's why I was tempted to go NVIDIA with him, because the DLSS 4, which is on the 4060, is better. Like, modern cards would be, like, 50 series or the 9000 series would be different, but I'm feeling for him, the 4060 might be the ideal, for £250, the ideal card, because for most of the time, it'll be fine, but he's also got the frame gen. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of frame gen, but for a person that's looking to play probably one game that's going to need it, because most of you want to play like World of Tanks and Baldur's Gate, Red Alert, and Baldur's Gate and stuff like that, I was thinking actually the 4060 8GB might be perfect for him. And because VRAM's not going to be a constraint, he's also going to be playing 60 hertz, 60 FPS 1080p. So again, VRAM isn't going to be the biggest constraint for him. 8 should be enough for what he's doing. And you're not going to, especially because I think he's going to get into it and want to upgrade in the near future, the 4060 holds its value a lot better, so he'll have an easier time reselling it. Obviously, I'm deck in hand. Definitely play Bioshock. Bioshock's on the list, but if you like Bioshock, yes, it's a harder game. See, this is the difficulty. Have you seen Desi play any games? I just got kicked in the face by a man in New York with a boomerang. But it would be like, ow! Thank you, Foxy. But yeah, what was your feeling then? So, Foxy, I was going AM5 because it's got way more upgrades over time, and we'll just get him on the entry platform. But is your feeling go to AM4 then? Because the thing is, he's not going to replace this laptop, this PC for a decade. So my worry is if I put him on AM4, he's going to be stuck at the top end for the decade. But at least if I put him on AM5, he's got an upgrade path to use. No, we'll definitely play Bioshock. It's Foxy, what are we playing? Borderlands. Borderlands 1 is what we're not playing because you're so keen to collab and do Borderlands 2. But if it's very immersive, I mean, this is the problem as well. I yap too much, and we can definitely we'll have to look into System Shock. I love the idea of Bioshock. I've never played it. Again, part of streaming is I basically didn't play any games between the PS2 Other than Skyrim, I played Skyrim, but between the PS2 and now, I basically didn't play any games. I played Terraria, I played Minecraft, but largely, that's all I played, other than Skyrim between the PS2 era and the modern day, other than what I streamed. I just was never I just didn't have time. As I said, I worked full-time, studied part-time. It's ate all my hours. Right. They're coming back. Knee to the face. We need to lock in a little bit. There should be an apple. I need to stop taking damage now. Because whatever lives I have left at this is what we get for Big Boss and his Tommy gun. Yeah. But thank you for the biscuit, Foxy. But what do we reckon? What's your spec list? Is it AM4 and Cause I don't want to go Intel as well, because it's also, Foxy, you know this better than anyone here. Or Sui, you might know this as well. If you help anybody build a PC, you are then forevermore their tech support. And I don't want to go Intel just because their drivers are a bit flaky at the minute. And they would be a cheaper card, but I feel like and honestly, NVIDIA drivers have been a bit problematic. As I said, I actually have had a problem with, early on, where I had, this is why I use studio drivers now rather than game-ready drivers, where it introduced some weird audio artifacts into VTube Studio. Yeah, I knew I was in trouble there. You got me cornered. So, and again, because I'm mostly playing older games, it's not normally a big rush for me to even update my studio drivers, because what? If I'm actually going to play like Senua's well, I'm not playing any new games that come out, am I? So I don't really think I need even the studio drivers. Oh, we beat him. That was easy. Now we just got to run and get my floor meat real quick before we lose it. That's it's a flare. Well, it's tear gas. Is this me floor meat? There's my floor meat. Now we feel better. Right, you have some of that. Wait, hold still. We can't have you guys. Just throw you over there. Wait. Oh, there's too many of them. There we go. We play skittles with them. Ooh. Counter. Counter. Well, it's not really a counter. It's more I can just land the hit. Or tank. It's up and C lets you recover from being tossed. But unfortunately, there's no way out of the suplex that the girls are about to do to me. But, I mean, Woodsy, what are you up to? Hold on, where did your wasp come from as well? Were they in the wood, or did they just decide they wanted to be friends with you? Right, Hercules. That's it, Spooky. Which one is Greek or Roman? Heracles or Hercules? I forget which one is which. Oh, Desi, come on, lock in. This is the easiest of them, because he just runs in a straight line really fast. It's so over. The death there has ruined our run. There's no way I'm doing it with this few lives. Look at me perfectly stun lock him now. What an embarrassment. I said we got one more run at this though. Today. Oh, you have a wood chopping machine. I can't believe you've got a wood chopping machine. That's something that hasn't been shown off, and there's the perfect meat. They made a nest in the wood. I did not see it, so I picked it up. How many of them got you? How stung are you? I mean, that is grim. I've been really lucky. I haven't had so where I used to live, we used to always get wasp nests. I had a hornet nest a couple of years, European hornets. But where I've lived now, I've been really lucky with wasp nests. I haven't had any in this house. But that's one of the jobs. I do a lot of my own homework. Oh, and Woodsy, you'll be lucky. You were bloody lucky to disturb a wasp nest like that and not get stung. Good on ya. So I have bought another power socket. So when Foxy is done writing the spec list that they think I need to use for a new PC, why are your wasps losers? It should be nice and hot as well, but yeah, when Foxy's written the spec list, I forgot what I was going to ask. It wasn't about wasps. It was about something else, but I forgot what the something else was. Come on. Come on. Someone attack me, please. Hello, Cobra Kai. There's a knife. Ah. Oh. I don't quite know how I threw the knife and the guy flipped over me. Oh! Oh, G. Sorry, G. I got you and Woodsy because you're both coming in white. You're Wassaloo. Loners, not losers. Jesus Christ, Essie. You just been gassing yourself up and being able to read chat. And look at this. I can't even read. I said, I apologise. English is my first language. I'm doing my best. So you picked it up and threw the nest. That's always good. Wasps, ideally, as far, you know, I to be honest, the problem is wasps can fly. I don't even trust them as far as I can throw them. Now, if we got this timing right, we can stunlock Big Ben and basically wipe him out here. We've got enough health, we can get away with one mistake. There we go. Come on, flying kick. I don't know if we got him. PC part picker. I'll go read that in a second. That might be something fun to do in the next ad break. We got ads in like a couple of minutes. Or when I die. So either at the end of the game or in the ad break, we'll have a look at the PC part picker. Come back here, Miss Whippy. Now, this is the thing I've learned. This is part of my not speedrunning, but my learning to beat the game. If I throw the girls that way, it stops them getting to the other edge of the screen and scrolling along and getting new spawns in. So I can take them on one at a time. Now we'll get the next girl in white. Oh, it's a table. Kazma would be so proud. Table's attacking. Slowly stunlock them. Slowly stunlock them. So I have got some gamer techniques here. They're buzzing around the other piece. I have to wait till they calm down. Yeah, I mean... I'm slow. Oh, how did the table hit me? It was nowhere near. Bastard table. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Oh, I'm so annoyed, Foxy. I had something to ask you, and I can't remember it. However, if he's sorry for sting you, a big area of the sting will swell plus fever. Oh, so you've got some... Ouch. So you've got some big ones. You've got some horrible wasps. So it's... This is the problem with wasps. It's not even one and done. Yeah, I said when I was in Japan, I had a fight with one of the Japanese hornets. I won. I beat it to death with my phone. And I didn't... Oh, is it Muda Muda? Or what's the bloody horrific centipedes in Japan called? I didn't see any of those. I was on the toilet while I was doing it. My pins and needles. I'm sorry, Foxy. I do appreciate the PC part picker. And it'll be fun to discuss it. But yeah, we've all done that on it's a modern problem. Because back in the day, the shampoo bottle was you could only read that so many times. It's also a first world problem when I forget my phone and it's immediately like, right, I guess I'm reading the shampoo today. Wait, stop punching me, guys. And yeah, but luckily I haven't done a house tour. But if upstairs, my bathroom is next to my bed, so literally I can sort of stagger the 2 steps from there and lie on my front. It's like, come on, legs, come back. Yeah, right, where are we? Okay, me. No, run away, run away, run away! Yeah, we did not run away fast enough, so that's the next F. Now we've got to lock in, because it's only 6 lives for the final boss, which is not enough. My prediction is I'm not even going to get into his second health bar. Come on. Ah! Missed the counter again and got suplexed. And kicked. We're G. It's so over. I'm so glad I'm confident like this. It's going to go. Oh god, I've split them. There we go. Put away. Oh, sorry. The silence is of me not breathing. When I stop talking, it's because I've actually stopped breathing because I'm so worried about these girls. Okay. Oh, who's this cute little emote here? Hold on, we'll be there in a second. I've never done a heart rate monitor stream, but I feel like this would be the ideal one. Like, palms are sweaty. My pulse is going like a racehorse. There we go. Oh, that was a mistake. No! I got one girl, but the other one got me. Oh, this I got the £802 that has 10 GB VRAM. Interesting. These days will be in your fave game character list. Oh. Well, let's put the score on. Because the problem is, if I died slightly earlier in the level, I would have actually got the extra life, but it's fine. D. This annoys me that you can only put 1 letter per tick. C, D, E, and slowly going round. And we're never doing a... a no-hit run. Come on, that's it, the letter S. There we go, Des. Continue. Yeah, I'll be interested, Foxy. Because I was about 750, so you're slightly more than me. But you've got 10 gig of VRAM. I'll be interested which card it is. Because I think... Yeah. And then we can do... Right, let's beat up the girls. Before we start talking about PCs, let's just beat up these... I said, this would... Well, particularly these girls. Yes, we're through. That wasn't bad, see? I got better, G, from where I couldn't land a hit on these girls. One life is an improvement. Let's have some tea. Have I put the second tea on here? No. Oh, you cute little bongo. Where's the bongo doggo from? Who has it? Hey Imp. I don't know Hey Imp. No, I'm not joining you. Now watch Jesse blow all the progress to get here with those lives. Now watch it. To be fair, though, the penultimate boss is the first continue. Is not bad. This is the best run I've ever had. Now, I've just got to lay some pipe around here. Come on, chop, chop. I'm going to eat lunch. My mum's going to look. No worries, Woodsy. Although, I much like Syrup, I will be expecting the lunch report because you two always have the most bougie lunches. Unlike me and Foxy, who are like gremlins. Like, what can I get at the supermarket? Are they dead? Hello? Okay, this is where the trouble starts. And again, who's that with a Swedish emote? It's Stiggy with a Swedish emote. Woodsy, get him. Remember, titanium knee. Ah, butt ended us. I said knees can block bullets, but not a butt end. Okay, down here. No, we're facing the wrong way. Oh, you got us. These are Swedish too. Just what happened to you and your anti-Swedishness? This is a joke for anybody not aware. Ziggy doesn't actually hate the Swedish. I said I like Medieisa. She's very much on my rigor list. I need again. Desi 1.0 will happen soonish. I said the problem is he just buttons are so hard. Stay here. He's going to try and... even then I couldn't even stun lock him. Flying kick. Ah, he got us. So the regular enemy spawns endlessly by twos. No, not endlessly. The problem is it's I just can't get through him fast enough. We're on his health. Okay. It's a butt ending, so there's basically no block. You can't block his butt end, and he's so fast. But we're doing damage. We're in the health bar. Ooh, we're down. So I think this is our last life. It's doable. Up. Oh, it's just I can't avoid that. It's when he's doing this. I just can't move up and down fast. He also shoots his own henchman. Yeah. Oh. Continue. I just can't move up and down because you never want to be in line with him. But I can't move up and down the screen fast enough to avoid him. But... Oh, we did it! Oh, gee, we're there on the first run of the day. I guess it's Undertale time. But I'm just going to bask in the glory of the win. Ignore that chat. I just dropped my my controller on the keyboard. I was a little excited. But Vampy, hold on, Pank is Swedish as well. Please, no phase 2 boss. I think this is it, G. I think this is it. All my practicing has paid off. I'll put the high score on. Unfortunately, this game... So the high score's a little silly, because the game doesn't have a battery in it to preserve the scores. So this is basically designed for you playing with your friends. Just put the scores in. No hit run. Foxy, I have no... We're not doing a no hit run. I could conceivably do a no continues run, but I'm not. There. Now we get the credits. I mean, to be fair, this cartridge also has 2 more games on, which is Shinobi and Golden Axe, and I'd love to play Golden Axe at some point. And Hex asked me to play Shinobi, but that's going back in the Hex rotation. So that's in like 30 streams time. But we're going to enjoy the credits. What happens at the end of the game then? Also, look, apparently in the lore, all 3 of them defeat him at once. Where were my allies? Yes, it was worth it. So, okay, that was it. So that was the reward, everyone. We got that 1 picture. That's what we get for beating the game. It's really not worth it, is it? But we did it. Damn, no nude ladies. Oh no, we got another picture. Look at the police. Oh god, there was a early game. I think it's in the Atari or the Commodore where it was a strip poker game where you did get some yeah. But there were no microtransactions and it took up a lot of time. Yeah. Oh god, we did it. So we're going to enjoy these credits, and what I'll probably do is we are due an ad break soon. So I'll probably, once we get through these credits, I'll throw on the ad break and then we'll start on Undertale. Just because I don't want to start Undertale and then immediately send you to ads. And I'm sorry, ads are unfortunate. Not a lot can be done about them. They are what turns off pre-rolls, so when people turn up, they don't have to watch ads to start. Because I, as you know, we don't really make any money from the ads. Oi! Oi, why am I getting sprayed? No. Foxy, why am I sus? You're the one looking for nude ladies, not me. Although what I can do is go up and find your PC part picker and see what you went for. Oh, so you've gone... So the 7500F, I went for the 7600X because it's the same price, but you get the integrated graphics, which is just useful for diagnostics. And also, the reason I went for the 7600X as well is I know the PC, it doesn't get hot enough to need a standalone fan. So the Peerless Assassin, you're right, is a good, cheap fan, but the 7600X comes with a stock cooler. So that saves me 35 quid. That's where I'm saving most of my money over you. 7600 comes with a stock cooler, and that'll be fine for that. Yeah, similar sort of motherboard. Similar memory. Yeah, that's actually better than I found the memory. You've gone... I actually went 1 terabyte SSD rather than the 500. Acer Nitro... the B7... Yeah, so the reason I didn't go for the 570 is... yeah... It's actually a very similar build to me. Like I said, I went 1 step up on the CPU for the free cooler. And I found for the rewards is a pixelated lady silhouette. But there we go, we're done. But no, that's why I went for that. So the only problem I have with Intel is they're a bit fiddly with settings. And I said, Sui's probably found the same. And Foxy, you must have found the same. If you set up equipment for your family, you are their tech support forevermore. I don't want to be dealing with driver issues from they are not. Hold on, what's not? The stock cooler's not enough for the 7600X? Anyway, what we're going to do then, I'll run the ads now while I set up a swap what are we playing next? Undertale, so it's on PC. The Intel drivers are pretty solid now. Maybe I'll look into Intel more, because I know they had problems with certain games and covering it. But do you get frame gen on that? We'll have a look. Because how much was that as well? That's fairly cheap, actually. That's actually cheaper than I could get a 4060 for. Desi. But anyway, I'm going to run the ads quickly. Going to set up for Undertale, and I'm going to get some more tea. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. Or probably sooner, but hope, yeah. FSR is agnostic. What's FSR? Foxy, try and explain it. Pretend I'm dumb and explain it to me. Anyway, I'll see you after ads. I thought FSR was the NVIDIA, not the NVIDIA, the AMD upscaling and frame gen. Yeah, but I didn't think that was on an Intel card, which is why I might be dumb. Because I thought it's FSR, but I don't see how that works here. What's agnostic and not in the religious sense? Oh, I see. It's you can run AM. I see now. Anyway, how do we play Undertale? We turn off the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 off. PC game capture, perfect. And we just go over to here. I'm pretty sure I bought Undertale for like £1. Tale, and it hasn't got an I in it because we'll get told off. Undertale, yeah, I know I own it. That's why I'd like to play it. Yeah, play now. That's why IMD are the cool underdog. Oh god, that's loud. Play now. They open source their stuff. So you can't see what I see, but hold on. Undertale's coming up tiny. I'm gonna have to work on the settings here. Hold on. I will restart it. So Xbox, I don't care. Where's Undertale? Right. Maybe it's Xbox PC app. Is that what you want to see? Sorry, give me a second. I think the upscaler isn't hardware agnostic in FSR4, but the frame rate is what I remember. Just a shader, so it runs on pretty much everything. This is very interesting. See how they work out how to make Undertale capture, because we've Opera VBridger, yeah, Opera VBridger XL chat, throwing system, Stream Deck, mix it up, VTube Studio, MS Paint, Steam, StreamerBot, Logitech, Discord. Why can it not see this window? Refresh. Sorry, give me. Oh, this is the problem doing it live. So now we're FSR4 is in Tate, and it runs across everything now. So we might have to do it on desktop. Which route are we going for this one? We're going that I don't know how to make this display on my on the capture because it's not showing up in OBS as a window. Press 2 or enter. Or 2. Pressing 2. Very interesting. Undertale. So what we'll have to do is I'll show you what I'm doing right now. I'll do a screen share so you can see what I'm dealing with, and we can crowdsource fixing this because I'm dumb. Application, audio, browser. I just want to give you my display capture. That's probably it. Desktop 1, add existing. Desktop 1, okay. Ah, perfect. So this is what we're working with at the minute. It's very small. And when I'm trying to capture it, I'll put it further down so you can see me again and chat. Keep going down. Where's my PC game capture? There we go. So, Desi, you use game capture, right? Yeah, well, I normally use game capture, yes, but Undertale, so when I go into game capture, PC game capture, Undertale isn't showing up. So what's the window called? And that's why I'm confused. Because my choices are capture specific window is search, Undertale, Steam, Opera, VBridger, XL, chat, Twitch throwing system, Stream Deck, mix it up, VTube Studio, MS Paint, StreamerBot, Logitech G Hub, Discord, NVIDIA Broadcast, or Xbox PC app. Let's see, try pressing F4. Sure. Ah, thank you. That's the button I needed. Now, why doesn't 2 work, though? Enter works. Settings. Okay, thanks. Oh, there we go. And now it's capturing it. Excellent. No. It's gone again. Come back. It's gone again. Undertale. I'd like to play this. Okay, we've got Undertale back again. You're seeing a theme here, aren't you? What? Undertale's the easiest game. So anytime I click on OBS to try and do a window capture, it closes. Okay, so for today, we're just going to run a window capture because I don't know how to make it work. How's the volume for you? Do you have audio? Of course, I can't tell if you've got audio because if I click on OBS to look, you don't have audio. So let me add in audio capture. Sorry for the scuff. Application audio. Yeah, sure. And I want to do... Oh, of course I can't capture the window audio. Because it's not windowed. Let me at least get the chat back up. This is confused by Legacy full screen. Well, yes, because it's a game. I'll be honest. I used to always use F11. That's not 2. That's Z. Oh, it said Z. Yeah, I just don't know why I can't do the win. But yeah. I mean, Foxy, have you got any ideas why I can't do... Oh, there it exists now. It's now finally showing up in Windows Capture. So hopefully you can now see it. He says, hopefully. Or at least hear it. Great, we can hear it. What if I do PC game capture? Now it's showing up. Are we going to show it? Yes, we're there. Perfect. Sorry for the scuff, but it's fixed now. Well, till the next one. Right then, into Undertale. So, Z. Ah, it's Z. Well, now it's big. I like big Zs and I cannot lie. X or Shift is cancel. C or C is menu in game. F4 is full screen. That would have been good to know. Okay, let's go. Name the fallen human. Is there a canon name I need to use, or are we just going with Desi Death? And also, Foxy, be fair, I haven't played Legacy games before. I said I always grew up on console. I'm learning slowly. Hold on, backspace. And I did try backspace on the keyboard first. It didn't work. It's me. I am fallen. Oh, sorry, G. So my plan was, as I said, I know a little bit about Undertale. I've never played it, but my plan was to try and do Pacifist first. Then we can easily get off the neutral run and then Genocide last, because I feel if you do Genocide first, you can never do the Pacifist. So I feel that's sort of the meta order to play it in. But, you know, you're all here and you can tell me to do it differently if you think. Is this name correct? Pick your own name. Yeah, that's me. Whatever you want. Thank you, Spooky. I'm going to be Desi today. Ooh, I didn't put the other T on. I'm going to die a lot, aren't I? And then, how is your... Hopefully you have audio. Where is your audio? PC game capture. Keep an eye on it. Should be all right. Just let me know if the audio is funny, because the problem is if I try and watch the audio in OBS, it closes the game, so I can't really monitor both at once. I didn't think we'd get here this soon. To be honest, I didn't think it'd be this difficult. So, we have fallen down the hole. I know how to use... Is it WSAD? No, it's not the WAS key layout. Probably not as much death as Streets of Rage. The Pacifist run, I feel. But there's... Look. Hi, Flowey. You're Flower... Sorry. Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey, you're the flower. You're new to the underground, aren't you? Golly gosh, you must be so confused. Someone want to teach you how things work round here. I guess a little old me will have to do. Ready? Here we go. See that heart? This is your soul, the very culmination of your being. Your soul starts off weak, but it can grow so strong if you gain a lot of levels. What's level stand for? Why, love, of course. You want some love, don't you? Don't worry, I'll share some with you. Down here, though, love is shared through little white friendliness petals. Are you ready? Move around, get as many as you can. I missed. Hey, buddy, you missed them. Let's try that again, okay? I missed him again. This is a joke. Are you brain dead? Run into the bullets. He said they were petals. I'm beginning to think Flowey is, know what's going on here, don't you? Okay, so I don't actually know what's going on here. Hold on, before I get any further, I'm just checking. Hold on, have we actually got chat? Video, stream elements. Yeah, we got chat up, that's perfect. We just wanted... Oh, also, hold on, let's... Okay, shut it. I think because we're centralized, I can move the game over. So, hold on, if I do my game capture, unlock it, I can move it a bit over here. You can see better. Isn't he so nice? This is not the face of friendliness. I know the face of friendliness. It's you guys. I don't imagine any of you look like this. This is almost a skull. You just wanted to see me suffer. Uh-oh. Die. I'm in trouble. I didn't die! Good news, everyone, I survived. Oh, what a terrible creature. Torturing such a poor, innocent youth. Oh, don't be afraid, my child. I'm Toriel, caretaker of the ruins. I pass through this place every day to see if anyone has fallen down. You are the first human to come here in a long time. Come, I will guide you through the catacombs. This way. Hello. Okay. I don't know if I should step in here, because last time I stepped into something, it went badly. Well! Oh, good. What's the sparkly? The shadow of the ruins looms above, filling with determination. HP fully restored. Yeah, let's save here. Welcome to your new home, innocent one. See, look, I'm innocent and say so. Even Toriel says so. Allow me to educate you in the operation of the ruins. The ruins are full of puzzles. Ancient fusions between diversions and door keys. One must solve them to move from room to room. Please, adjust yourself to the sight of them. Only the fearless may proceed. Brave ones, foolish ones, both walk not the middle road. What if I'm the foolish one? This is good. What does this do? Nothing. Oh. Well, I hope I didn't do anything bad by pressing those buttons. We'll find out. To make progress here, you'll need to trigger several switches. Do not worry. I have labelled the ones that you need to flip. Oh, this is much easier than Lieutenant Surge's gym in Pokemon, so stay on the path. Whoopsie. What about this? What does this say? Press Z to read signs. Well, enter works too. Can I drown? Excellent, we can't drown. This is good. We saw my Sly Cooper run. Okay. What does this do? No. You want to press the other switch. I even labelled it for you. Okay. Splendid. I am so proud of you, little one. Let us move to the next room. Yes, this is my first proper Undertale playthrough. I played a little bit, so I have met the Skeleton Brothers, but that's about as far as I got in my first playthrough. When did Undertale come out? That's about when I played it, and it wasn't my game, it was my housemate, so I played it a little bit, but it wasn't my laptop, so I didn't play much of it. As a human living in the underground, monsters may attack you. You will need to be prepared for this situation. However, worry not. The process is simple. When you encounter a monster, you'll need to enter a fight. While you're in a fight, strike up a friendly conversation. All for time. I will come to resolve the conflict. Practice talking to the dummy. This is how you guys feel. You've encountered the dummy. Hold on. Right, hold on. Any minute now, we're going to learn how to not fight it. Undertale came in late 2015, so yeah. Oh, was it even my housemate? Where was I in 2015? Where was I 10 years ago? Okay, I must have been at a friend's house, not moved out then. However, I just haven't quite worked out what key lets me talk to it. We'll get there in a second. It's not the mouse, and it's not left and right. It's not Z. C. No. X. Oh! I had to actually press enter to get into the convo. Act, like she said. Hi, dummy. Or am I acting like a dummy? How are you today? I talk to the dummy. It doesn't even seem much for conversation. Yep, that's perfect. Toriel seems happy with you. You won! I earned 0 XP and 0 X gold. Ah. Oh, very good. You are very good. Don't worry, Spooky. I'll have a lot of regret later. We'll be pressing a lot of X. There's another puzzle in this room. I wonder if you can solve it. No. No. Do this. There's a frog. Okay, remember, talk to it. Hello. Froglet didn't understand what you said, but was flattered anyway. And it's leaving! Toriel's the best. I hope she comes with me for the rest of the game. Because definitely I play it like so as I said, I've not been spoilt by knowing the meta a little bit, but definitely the first time I played it, I was definitely on a genocide run. Oh, the western room is the eastern room's blueprint. Oh, crumbs. That's a lot of spikes. Right, okay, basic puzzle solving incoming. One, two, three, four. Oh, goodness, I moved my mouse off of there, so now I can no longer see the game. Come on back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. So, just remember, this is your playthrough. Don't feel obligated to spend any specific place. I'll do what you want. I know, Spooky, but I feel like if we're ever going to complete the game, I feel like, as I said, I'm in the trap of the meta of if we do the genocide run, we're kind of stuck in it. And I think it's, I don't know, as I said, I like efficiency, so if we can kill 2 playthroughs in one go, it would be ideal, but maybe not. But let's see. So this is the blueprint. So, do I talk to Toriel? This is the puzzle, but here, take my hand for a moment. I was right though, because I wrote it down on a post-it note. I had the puzzle worked out, so I had the right idea. I mean, also, Spooky, this is your request, so as much as you said play how long, you kind of get, because this is your game request, you kind of get the overall say on what we do here. Much like anybody who does a game request. Puzzles seem a little too dangerous for now. But I will enjoy it. You've done excellently thus far, my child. However, I have a difficult request to ask of you. I would like you to walk to the end of the room by yourself. Forgive me for this. Quick, keep up with Toriel. And besides, Speaky, look, for once I'm in the know. I actually, like, with Deltarune, I know literally nothing. I know zero about Deltarune, so I'll be playing that completely blind. But this, I know a little bit. But it's also the little bit I know could be dangerous. But so far, I'm doing okay. Ooh, Col. Oh, she was hiding there. Greetings, my child. Do not worry. I did not leave you. I was merely behind this pillar the whole time. Thank you for trusting me. However, there was an important reason for this exercise. To test your independence. I must attend to some business, and you must stay alone for a while. Please remain here. It's dangerous to explore by yourself. I have an idea. I'll give you a cell phone. If you have a need for anything, just call. Be good, alright? Okay, well, I guess we wait here then. So I genuinely don't remember this part. I probably wandered off and was naughty. So I'm going to set 5 minutes. And we'll see. If anything happens, we might move off. I mean, but gee, you're right. So far, Streets of Rage was wild. What do we have? Like, I understand, but Undertale is a very lead personal game for lack of better term that requires your immersion. Yeah. The only spoilers I know are the 3 routes. Other than that, I don't really know anything about the game. So the play style, that's where I'm sort of going to fit into, but everything else I'm just doing what I feel like because I don't know anything else. And it will just be me. But yeah, so I died what? 6 times in Streets of Rage. Oh, and the final boss, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, hold on, let's quickly just add 7 on. We're not going to spam chat, though, because we're waiting for Toriel. I can actually just go into StreamerBot and do my global variables. Non-persisted, and just change my deaths to 6 plus 7, 13. Okay. Hide that. And what we can also do is I'll read out the full spec list that Foxy put together for us, which was the AMD Ryzen 5 7500F, which is, I very, very similar. I mean, what do you think, Foxy? What do you reckon about using the stock cooler, 7600X, and the stock cooler, and saving 35 quid on there? Motherboard is much the same, some sort of B650, whichever one's cheapest and reasonable. I'll go with your DDR5 because it's cheaper and it's CL38, but mine was 5600 mega transfers. I'll go with, I think it was a Kingston I had. It was a 1 gigabyte Kingston drive, Gen 4. I'll probably go with that over the Crucial because it was bigger. And if we can use FSR on the Intel, we'll look at that. And then case is the case, and the MSI, bronze rated 650 power supply. Very, very basic and vanilla. If anybody's got any advantage on that, it's also, also, Foxy, I know you said AM5 wasn't the route to go. How come you changed into AM5 in the end? Did you sort of see my vision of these guys trying to revive a 10-year-old laptop? We put him on AM5, at least for the next 10 to 15 years, he'll be out of trouble. Because we're guaranteed AM5 to at least 2029, aren't we? And we're already on the second what's it? Is it Zen 4 or Zen 5, the 9000 series? I feel that's also a hint spooky. So let's try my cell phone. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I said, feel free to backseat as well. Oh, I can't use my item. Oh, cell, there it is. Flirt with Toriel. No bloody way, let's call her mum. Darling. This is Toriel. Huh? Did you just call me mum? Well, I suppose. Would that make you happy? To call me mother? Well then, call me whatever you like. Click. Okay, we'll stay here a little longer. We'll give it another minute and then we'll call her again. I need to also go back over here to chat. Yeah, if I said, I don't mind backseating in the slightest. Don't spoil stuff for me, anybody. But if you want to guide me, remember, I am really bloody dumb, so I don't mind being guide. Let me have a little go, but by all means, just guide me through if you think it'll make it better. Okay. Ring. Hello, this is Toriel. My errands are taking longer than I thought they would. You must wait 5 more minutes. Thank you for being patient. Click. Okay. Time has been reset. Hold on. What? I thought your name was Desi. What did I say my name was? Did I just forget my own name again? It has happened before. It's also, when I first went and called myself Deciduous Namake, I did struggle with, Namake is easy, because, Hiragana, because it is, I'm pretty sure it's Hiragana, because it's based on Sloth, is, they're pairs of letters, that's easy. Namake. But Deciduous, it's also interesting, because Romans probably didn't have a soft C, they had a hard C, like, Caesar was probably pronounced Kaiser, which is kind of where you get the Germanic word, Kaiser, for like Kaiser Wilhelm or the ruler. So even but it's also, I believe, because Decidia is an animal name, so it will be Latin. So it probably should actually be pronounced Decidius Namake. But who here speaks? But even then, over time, Latin has varied because you had like Vulgar Latin, which is what the people spoke, and written Latin, and then obviously Latin preserved by the church, and definitely the hard C became a soft C. So going by modern pronunciations, and the word for a sloth is Decidius, but you could also, and it also comes with like deciduous trees, which was an S, not a C. You said I'm bloody dumb. I didn't say my name is. Spooky. As someone that's trilingual, you should know. I don't. I'm honest. It's the difference between an adjective and a noun, and especially a proper noun. And quite clearly, you don't think my name is bloody dumb because you would have given it's a proper noun and you would have capitalised it because you speak wonderful English, unlike me. So I see you there, Spooky. You're like one of the teachers. It's like, oh, can I go to the toilet? And the teacher's like, well, I don't know, can you? And then you have to go, may I go to the toilet? And they're like, well, not here, you can't. Damn, Grandmaster Professor Spooky. Trying to run rings around me, but I caught you, not capitalising on the proper nouns. I'm on fire today. Right, we've got 3 more minutes of yapping until hopefully we're up to something. I mean, G, have you played Undertale? And what are your thoughts on the pacifist run as well? Is that acceptable? Or are you telling me I should go full Desi? And because I'm calm now, I've just played Streets of Rage, I beat Big Boss, we finished the game. I'm in a happy and good place. And probably when I finish this stream, I'll jump on VC and actually do my schedule, because my schedule for next week is really easy. Tuesday is Planet Up, like every Tuesday. Thursday is Resi with Hex. Friday will be Sonic 2 again, and Sunday will be more Undertale. Oh, I need to do a thumbnail for Undertale. Has anybody inspiration what I should do for my Undertale thumbnail? I don't really know anything about it, but I guess I could... obviously, I'll have me on it. I guess we'll have Toriel to start and Flowey, because they're the only people I've met, and maybe I can just keep adding characters to the thing as we get through it and make it some sort of timeline for the thumbnail. But if anybody get any of that thumbnail inspiration, I am all ears about what would be good on there. That's one of the difficulties of not spoiling. I didn't finish Undertale. My sibling did. I think it's good to start with the pacifist route too. Thank you, G. Thank you for validating my choice. Oh, you have a younger sibling, don't you? Same as me, because my brother is 3 years younger than me. So he is 24. It's really bad. Like, I'm hitting this point in life that I don't know my age anymore because, like, nothing changes. Like, that wasn't... I've got a timer here. That's 3 minutes. The game's running funny. I presume it's actually just not to make it last so long, but is this one of the games that has, like, this time to clock count? Because I'm running at 100 Hz, so that making time run slightly faster. Bing. No, I'm not. It's actually limited to 30 FPS. I'm watching it. Hello, this is Toriel. I found what I was looking for, but before I could take it, a small white puppy snatched it away. How odd. Do dogs even like flour? That's an unrelated question, of course. It will take a little longer. Please understand. Click. Well, it seems to be about 3 minutes that everything's kicking off. But yeah. Oh, that was it, Foxy. That was the question I had for you. How come you went back to AM5 after I said AM4 was the way to go? I mean, Spooky, again, any choice is valid as long as it's your choice. I know, and well, the thing is, I'm trying... I said I've played Streets of Rage. I'm not going to lie, I'm in a happy place. Also, Hexy wasn't here, so we just need to go remind Hexy that she missed peak Desi. Desi beat up not only 2 girls, but a big bloke as well. This will never happen again. Especially once 1.0 happens, because I've seen some of the ideas Kiss has come up with. And you think I'm a sopping wet noodle now. Just you wait. As long as you decide to just slaughter everyone in your first go, as long as you don't... Hold on, as long as you decide to slaughter everyone in your first go, then it would lose half the effectiveness. And you'd also be incredibly confused. That's what I mean, so I know you shouldn't do that one first, because I feel like, isn't it a registry edit to actually undo that? But the pacifist is nice at the minute. Aren't we having a nice time here? We've turned it into a Zatsudan, a just chatting stream. And I got to use my timers, which I haven't got to use on stream for quite a while. It's also, I'm going to have a wonderful day. So I spent all of Friday night, I did 8 hours of cable management. I've measured all my cables. No more raging for now after all the rage for like a month. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're here at the start, G, but I was only going to do 2 runs today. So we did a practice run to start off the stream. Now I got the level select to work. Now I've got 2 working Mega Drive controls. We did a level select. We had a practice run and warmed up. Then we're going to have 2 runs and come over to this, just because I worry watching the same game over and over isn't that interesting for everyone. And even for me, my concentration probably starts to wane by the 3rd run. We saw that with like Resi as well. That's why my streams on the weekdays are only 2.5 hours. The last half hour is sort of the limit of concentration. I mean, it was called Streets of Rage, not Streets of Calm Experience. Yes, but as I said, Decidius Namake wanted to be a calm, cozy streamer, like I took my inspiration from Lie Malicious. And then I went down the Bow and the Armalee route of, like, I turned on the camera and then... I'm not a Tara Chaos Gremlin, but I definitely can't do calm and cozy, which is my original plan. It's also, if anybody here knows anything about audio, I'm going to keep throwing it out there, because every stream, until we eventually meet someone, my plan is to go... Oh, that's it. So audio interfaces. I'm probably going to go for the Rode Procaster 2 or the Duo. The reason being is the Scarlet Gen 4, for a lot of mics, you still need a cloud lifter. And the price of the... I'm back from lunch. Excellent, Woodsy. Chef Woodsy, please report in with what bourgeoisish lunch you had. We're all excited to hear. But yeah, so the cloud lifter and the Scarlet cost more than a second-hand Rodecaster 2. And actually, sorry, Rodecaster and actually Duo. And I've seen the Duo and the Rodecaster Pro 2 going for about the same price, about 250 quid, which is a lot of money. But that's still like this. So basically, I can either have the Scarlet Focusrite with one knob, or I can have that's a 3 minutes, so it should be done in a second, or the Duo with 4 faders, or I can have the Pro with 6 faders. And why not? Because I like physical switches. So I've ordered the wood. Dominancia's not here, the lumberjack, but I've ordered some European oak. Yeah, it was about 3 minutes. I've got it locked in. So I don't know why it's not quite 5 minutes, but let's answer the phone. You hear heavy panting on the other end of the phone. You hear a distant voice. Stop, please. Come back here with my cell phone. Click. So I'm back. So I had homemade carrot buns with some thick cut Danish salami. I mean, you're next to Germany, so I understand the queue meats, but what's a carrot bun? So basically that's the thing. As I said, the mic I'm probably going with the Electro Voice RE320 because it's just a bit brighter. So it's also the RE20 is about 500 quid. The RE320 again I can pick up for about 200 quid second hand because the SM7B. The problem with the SM7B is there's so many fakes of it that you can't really buy it second hand. There's a few reputable eBay sellers, but like the market is flooded with SM7Bs. And like I sent it to Ryuki, I sent it to Foxy before. I've got a picture. I might be able to drag it into VTube Studio maybe. I can show you my voice EQ, and it's just basically a flat. It's like a bloody ski slope. It goes from 100 hertz. It's just a ski slope down. There's nothing. Like I have no highs in it. So I don't want to run the SM7B because I'll sound like a puddle of mud. So if I run the RE320, which is a bit brighter, hopefully it will pick up some of the top end stuff. And I just don't have the voice and the playstyle to be a smooth jazz chatter. So it's buns with carrots in it. Okay, fine. While we wait for the game, what's a carrot bun? Okay, right, here we go. Here's a recipe for Danish carrot buns. Oh, it's a seeded loaf. I see. So it's like pumpkin bread. So it's not like it's basically. I get it now. So you're using carrot as a fibrous binder or like a flavouring. I get it now. So it's just a bun with you're replacing some of the binding with carrots. Well, it could have been like it's whole grain too. Of course it was. I mean, it's very hard to make I feel it's quite hard. I mean, unless you actually make carrot cake, I feel it's quite hard to make a unhealthy carrot bun. So we're going to give it another 3 minutes, and I'm beginning to feel if after 3 minutes... Actually, can I call the dog? I wonder if I can call the dog on the phone. I mean, it would make sense, because, you know, Dog and Bone is a Cockney Rhyming fan for a phone, so if I can call the dog on the phone, this will work out. Press C. Oh. Hey, hello. Dialing. I presume you prepared it and it was delicious. But cut salami. Dialing. Somewhere. Signals deflected by a dog. Oh. I've got one more option. About myself. Oh, I heard dialing. Yeah, it's still the dog. Right then. My mum made the buns. Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice at least. So do you... Again, don't answer more you have to. Do you go to your mum's farm every weekend then and just hang out in the city during the week? I'm at a farm right now. Well, I imagined it, because if one of you's got an apartment and one of you's got a farm, the farm's a place to go to. Yeah. I mean, I must admit, I'll see my parents in October because I want to because they live in like West London, so it's a lot closer to the airport, and I have I think my Japan flight it's 9 in the morning, but Heathrow international flights you have to arrive 3 hours early, so I need to get there at 6 in the morning. So, and if I pay my dad like 20 quid, he'll drop me off at the airport. So I can go from there. Yeah. I mean, are you doing anything else at the farm while you're there? Or is it just visiting? Because I know you did your wood carving earlier in the week. Oh, that's it. Sorry, Woodsy. Now you're back streaming. I need to turn your shout out back on. I did have it off for a little bit because you weren't streaming, but now we can go back to actions. A bit like Foxy or oh, it's a phone. Hold on. Shout outs quickly. Yes, it's Foxy. And Bison are both disabled at the minute as well because they haven't been streaming. There you go, Woodsy. I turned it back on. Where's the game gone? Ring. Oh. It sounds like a small white dog is sleeping on the cell phone. You hear a distant voice. Hello, little puppy. Where art thou? I'll give you a nice pat on the head. The snoring stops. If you return my cell phone, the snoring resumes. Click. Right. Okay, well, one more 3-minute round. Breakfast is currently being consumed. Oh, go on, Syrup. So we've had the very fancy, fresh homemade carrot buns and Danish salami. Of course you're at your mum's chopping wood. Jesus bloody Christ, Desi. Literally, Woodsy came in. It's like, hi, I'm here because the wasps are trying to eat me. Jay told me about the loner wasps where they live. Of course you're at their chopping wood. I mean, it's the farm wood-fired then. I must admit, when my friend used to live over in Wales, and the house is designed to be coal-fired, but we used to bring up as much wood as we could every time because coal's expensive now, wood's cheap and bountiful. It's also lived by the river, so sometimes it brought it. Yeah, so we're going to see how do you stack up against fresh homemade carrot buns and Danish salami. Yeah, 3 more minutes. Yeah, hold on. So, well, you live in the 2-bedroom apartment about 15 away from me, so I will not say I live in the city. I didn't know you could get apartments anywhere other than the city. So, again, this is my ignorance, Woodsy, but, like, if you live in the countryside here, it'll always be in a house. There's no apartments anywhere other than towns, yeah. Come on. Oh, I need to change the game. Somebody could have reminded me. As I said, see, Spooky, when I said I'm a bloody Egypt, it still says Streets of Rage, and we're not. We're actually Undertale. There we go. Done. And I do know how to do this on YouTube, but YouTube, hold on, I need to copy it. Because YouTube doesn't play nicely with split screen. Whereas Twitch plays wonderfully with split screen, YouTube will not. Edit. And game is now Undertale. 2015. There we go. Got 1 more minute waiting for the phone call, and then I will actually have to move from here, I believe. Each year, hold on. It's just French toast, but I made it myself this time. Who made it for you last time, Syrup, with your ginormous French toast? And I have a bacon and an omelette. God, French toast. Like, any one of those would be a breakfast for me. Like, French toast would be a whole breakfast. An omelette would be a whole breakfast. Bacon would be a whole breakfast. Oh, God. Although, British bacon is still superior to crispy bacon. That's the one thing I will say. Each year you help with firewood and getting hay and grain. Been doing that since I was 5, I think. Yeah, but I imagine now that you're like 25, you're a mite more helpful. But it's a nice annual tradition, and I said it'd be good for you. If I moved at all, it'd be a lot better for me. But we do love Syrup. Would you believe that I like tradition? I like repetition and order and routine. I mean, how much? I mean, do you have to cut your own hay? Do you cut and dry it yourself, or do you just like bring in your own silage? Woodsy. And what grain are you doing? Again, are you growing your own grain, or are you buying it in and just storing it? I imagine then, if you're making hay and grain, you're cutting your own. Do you get to drive a tractor? Oh, who else is it? Roy used to drive a tractor, right? That's our 3 minutes. So any minute now. By any minute, I mean specifically this minute, we should get a phone call. And if that phone call isn't telling us we can move, we're in fact going to have to move away. Oh, we did, but we don't have as much land as we used to. Yes, I called it! Snore, snore. Achoo. It sounds like a small white dog sneezing in its sleep. You hear a distant voice. Here, puppy. Oh dear, I should not keep my guests waiting any longer. Oh no, how long has it been since I have talked to them? Perhaps they've been calling the phone, and... Here, puppy. Click. Right, we're going to be brave. We're heading off. Ring. Hello? This is Toriel. My apologies. A strange dog kidnapped my phone. So if you called, I could not have helped you. However, I have recovered it. And you're still in that room, aren't you not? What a good child you are. There are a few puzzles ahead that I have yet to explain. It would be dangerous to try and solve them yourself. Be good, alright? Click. Okay, I guess we'll go back here then. 3 more minutes. And 30 seconds this time. What happened to the land then, Woodsy? Is it just, over time you sold it off because it was too much? But yeah, But are you cutting your own and drying your own hay and grain? Because I said I've never been. I can't say I live in the countryside. I grew up in the outskirts of London, and then I moved over here, like 100 miles away into I'm still in a town though. And yes, I've driven a tractor. You had an old Massey Ferguson. So when I was a child, I had a Massey Ferguson hat. So it's a tradition that. So when I was a little kid, I used to have a bright red hat. So if I ever got lost, my parents could find me by the bright red hat. My mum's only 5'2". So as I got older, we started making my mum we made my mum wear the bright red hat so we could find her when she got lost in a crowd. So yeah, that's about the only family tradition we have is bright red hats. It's amazing how you went on to uncover a sequence such as this by almost complete accident. What accidents have I caused, Spooky? Bright red hat, Desi. Yeah, but the problem is, Sirif, if I wear a bright red hat now, even in the UK, it might send the wrong signals. But I do like a good Massey Ferguson. I don't wear a lot. Well, no. So actually, I lost my favourite hat. Hi, Crimmy. What the bloody hell is iNinja? I've not played that before. Are you staying in this room for long? I set another timer. Well, the thing is, Spooky, Toriel just called me and said I bet she's just got her phone back and I should stay in this room. So I've got the timer going. We've still got 2 minutes left on the timer. If she doesn't sort of come back by the end of that timer, I might have to move off. But she said I was being a good boy and I should stay there. So, and she's got the phone back, so she should be back very soon. Sorry, Creamy, I'm yapping away. But how is iNinja? I don't know anything about iNinja. Because the last thing I've seen you doing a couple of Whiplash speed runs. I've missed all of your Jack Free though. So you rented some land from a farmer, but he died, and the owner would rather keep horses, so he could not use it anymore. It makes sense. I mean, I don't know horses. It seems to me people that have horses have money, and people that ride horses. So horse girls are in the same circular VTuber economy. Of I stream, so I just give my money to artists. Horse girls just give all their money to people that have horses. It's a wonderful thing. But yeah, horses are very expensive. I've never ridden a horse. To be honest, they used to. So the only time I've ever met horses is for like riot control. I lie actually. There's a petting farm near me, and they have a big Shire horse that I petted. But as a child, there's always horses for riot control, so they always gave me the willies, especially the big Shire horse they use for riot control. So it's a PS2 game. Play as a ninja, act as a ninja, and kick some ass. So, Crimmy, we have got Shinobi on the Mega Drive that we can go back to soon, but we've just finished Streets of Rage today. So that it's a Mega cartridge on the Mega Drive that has Shinobi, Streets of Rage, and Golden Axe, but we've only done Streets of Rage. And that's a whole game, and then in 32 games, when it's Hex's turn again, we'll probably go back and play Shinobi. Although, I wonder if Hex will turn up for those ones either. That girl, specifically after the game, didn't show up. So, Shinobi is a great classic. Oh, well then, Crimmy. That's the next Hex game in 32 games time. At my average game rate of 1.5 games per month. Hold on, 32 divided by times 1 divided by 1.5 times 1.5 divided by 1.5. Let's do some quick maths. We've still got like 30 seconds on the timer. So if we go over to, I have calculator pinned here. It should be 32. So I clear 1.5 games a month. We can do this. It's even divided 32 divided by 1.5. There goes the timer. So yes, in about a year and a half, we'll have the next Hex game. Oh god, no, I hope it doesn't take me a year and a half to get around to Sly Cooper 2. I'll be distraught. I'm still looking forward to it. So Spooky, should I move off now? Because I feel like she's not turning off. Oh, you've ridden a horse, but I've always been a little scared of horses. I've been kicked by them multiple times. So my first big motorbike I bought from a lady, and the reason I bought the motorbike is she got kicked in the face and broke her eye socket, so she couldn't ride the motorbike anymore. So my experience of horses has been for riot control, and bought a motorbike from a lady that had her face caved in by a horse. And this is why I'm not so sure about them. I know you definitely want to get into Sly 2. By the day I think of a game to recommend, the queue will be at least 100 games. Syrup, your place is reserved. And the list is well over 100 games. The list is nearly at 200. I mean, again, fine. I'm going to check it, and if I haven't by the time I've counted the number of games, we will in fact just go ahead and just move out of here. Unless Spooky advises otherwise. If I go to my games list, I can tell you exactly how many games are on the list, Syrup, because I've got it in... Would you believe I have it in Excel? So, I currently have, in my current rotation and to play, 27. So someone keep a track of this. It's 200 games. Gee, I'm not joking. I averaged it, and it's 1.5 games a month. So I've got 27 in the... Basically, everybody's got a turn, but don't worry, Syrup, you have got a space reserved, much like Roy has a space reserved in the rotation. And 100 is a lot. Hey, Demenantia. Oh, you're here because I was talking about European oak earlier that I bought from the shelf. So anyway, somebody do the maths here. I hope you've got a pen and pencil. So 27 plus just the games I want to play, and this is going to include any 3DS games because I don't own that yet, or Switch games, is 61. In fact, I can write this down too because I can also do maths. Oh, yeah, I forgot I own the calculator. So hold on. 27. Clear all. No, clear, not clear all. 27 plus 61 plus... how many? Foxy's only asked for 4 games, so plus 4. Hexy has asked for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, plus 6. Ryger has requested 1, 2, 3, 4 games, plus 4. Buki has requested 7 games, plus 7. Sorry, I'm outing everyone here, but Bison has requested 14 games. They're sort of on hiatus till Bison re-emerges from the woodwork. ESG has requested 21. Sorry, 11. I know my numbers. Roy hasn't got anything at the minute. Tara's got plus 3. But I know as soon as I get the GameCube, there's a lot coming. Ponty has plus 3. The Manancia has requested 3 games, which is Bayonetta, Final Fantasy 13, and Final Fantasy 8. G, you've requested 1. Well, how many is this? 11. Maple, you've not got any. Kiska's got 1. Crimmy, you have 2. Ame has, I think, only 2. Oh no, Ame's got a bunch. Ame has 10. Sorry, we'll catch up in chat in a second. I'm just doing maths. And plus 2 for Woodsy. So I lied actually. The game list is only 169. And if we times that, if we divide that by 1.5, it means we only need 112 months. So we're basically at exactly 10 years to play the games now. So I've got a 10-year game backlog, but not including any sequels, 3DS, or Switch games, or GameCube. There's very few. So, yeah. And now, sorry, I'm going to go back to chat, and then we're going to move on to this game, because I feel like she's not coming back. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I look forward to the release of the classic. League, no. We're not playing League. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for doing the math. Minus 21, before any of the big kit changes. Well, I'm going to go back to wood cutting. See you around. No worries, Woodsy. Watch out for wasps, though. You show him who's boss. Yeah, we're going to move on in Undertale now. I don't think she's calling us back. But what are you playing? Oh, sorry, you were playing a new game yesterday, weren't you, Demenancia? I must admit, I was lurking a little bit. HP crinkling through the leaves fills you with determination. HP fully restored. Yeah, it stays here. Okay, so if we just leave that... What is that below that frog? Why is those the frog balls dangling below it? Oh, crumbs. So, why are you upset? Halfway through your first word, Wimtum bursts into tears and runs away. I won! Oh, I wasn't requesting League. All I know is I'm going to play old school Evelyn, and they're going to be a bloody menace. Yeah, League is one of those games I'm too scared to approach. Hold on, can I just call Toriel? I forgot I have my phone. Hi. This is Toriel. You only wanted to say hello? Well then. Hello. I hope that suffices. Heck, I've got one more. This is Toriel. You want to know more about me? Well, I'm afraid there's not much to say. I'm just a silly little goober lady who worries too much. Click. Do you know how many of my friends are just silly little ladies that worry too much? A permanent invisibility, stun when coming out of stealth, defense rending. She was always peak troll. I'm sure, Demenancia, that means something to... Oh, that's it. So, no. Basically, the first time I built a shelf, I didn't know about... The one shelf I built the first time is actually the grain is the wrong way. So instead of the grain running parallel to the shelf, it runs... So over winter, the shelf bows because the grain runs the wrong way. So I ordered some oak to build a new shelf. 650mm by 500mm, 20mm thick, pre-planed. I'll route the corners out and cut it. I hope you don't have to cut it to size, but I can route the corners. But yeah, that's what I've done, and obviously I'll wax it. Right, up or down? Okay, I'm probably gonna have to make a... Oh, it's a frogget. Act. Compliment. Hello. But I just... What is that below it? Frogget didn't understand, but it was flattered anyway. Blushes deeply. Ribbit. Uh-oh. Ugh. Took damage. Frogget seems reluctant to fight you. Frogget. Compliment again. Frogget didn't understand what you said. It was flattered anyway. flashes deeply with it. So I presume then we just have to spam the being nice. Ugh, frog. Compliment. Okay, I don't... Maybe we should... I don't know. Ooh, crumbs. Let's not die yet. Oh, Jesse, the screen is kind of cut off. Oh, sorry. That's because it originally wasn't in widescreen. Hold on, let's go Control F. Is that better? Oh, we can go about there? That looks about right. Yeah, so it's just the... Oh, and we're 1 pixel out. There we go. Thank you, Syrup. Again, I'm bloody dumb. So we do need kind people to look after me. Come on, let's be kind to Froggit. Hold on, what does the check do? Froggit, attack 4, defense 5. Life is difficult for this enemy. Croak. Is he about to croak it? I've learned. Ah! I know how to dodge a jump attack. Froggit's luck to fight. Hold on, don't I have an item? C to go back. X to go back. X to go back. Item. Okay, I can't call Toriel. Okay, Froggit. Compliment. No, you're fine. Yeah, I just move it over so I'm not blocking too much of the screen if I don't have to. Okay, am I going to have to freshen this frog? I don't want to. I'm going to give it 3 more compliments, because that's probably about as many as I can survive. And there is a hill right next to us, so we can afford to be a little bit risky. Ooh, crumbs. There's more of them. I will ribbit your compliment. Just fight the ribbit. No, Crimmy. We're doing a pacifist run, probably. I said I don't know anything. I've never played all of Undertale. The only thing I know is there's... hold on, what's Mercy? There. You won! Hold on. I could have just run away the whole time. Well, let's save after that. Ha. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. Yeah. What's this? Okay, this looks dangerous. So let's not go that way. It looks like I'll fall through the floor. So I've learnt something. Let's go up here. Poor ribbit. Meow. Why the bloody hell's it meowing? Oh, crumbs are taking damage. See? I can just run away. Wow, that was useful. Well, let's heal because we can. Learning that I can just run away is going to be very helpful. Okay, what's up here? Ooh, this looks dangerous. We just saved it, it's fine. It says, take one. Take a piece of candy. Well, it says take one. I'm sure we're allowed. You took a piece of candy. Press C to open the menu. What did it do? Monster candy. Info. Monster candy. Heals 10 HP. Has a distinct non-licorice flavour. Take one. Well, it said take one, so... We're being good little boys and girls today. Well, I'm a boy, I forgot. We're only going to take one, because that's what it said. And then, goodbye. Shh. Left door, always the left door. Oh. Okay, down the old we go again. I'm going to go right door this time. Look at my puzzle-solving skills being put to the max. Hello, Froggit. Mercy, please. Haha, now I've worked this out. This is wonderful. We don't get any XP for escaping anyway, so, Ring, ring. Hello, this is Toriel. For no reason in particular, which do you prefer? Cinnamon or butterscotch? Now, as Demonancia here, and they make the most wonderful cinnamon rolls with buttercream, cream cheese icing, but obviously you have to go cinnamon. And Demonancia can have a... Anyways, who'd like to play League because I hate myself today. No worries, Demonancia. You've even got a boyfriend now. Wait, how can you hate yourself? But yeah, if you're lurking, you can't hear this, but, you know, I'm going to put you in a baking contest against Toriel. Click. Ring. Hello, it's Toriel. You do not dislike butterscotch, do you? I know what your preference is, but would you turn up your nose if you found it on your plate? Right. I understand. Thank you for being patient, by the way. Click. I like cinnamon scotch. Hold on, is that butterscotch, or is that just a cinnamon bun with like a side order of whiskey? 3 out of 4 grey rocks recommend you push them. Well, this looks like a rock. Click. Ah. We're in another fight. Right, here we go. It's, again, growing up playing Pokemon, I heard the power words that summon me, cinnamon rolls. Well, I'm putting you in a baking contest against Toriel. Unfortunately, Demantia, I wish that power actually that word summoned you. Because if I could just okay, so that's a hole in the floor. If I could just summon you to make a Ooh, interesting. I bet it's going to say the thing above. Cinema, please don't step on the leaves. Wonderful. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't just summon you here to make cinnamon rolls, else I would. Haha, now we can just run away. This is wonderful. I've learned so much. So all I have to do is remember to walk normally. Ooh, what's over here? Nothing. But yeah, I mean, I presume you're still in your first game, so hold on, we just learnt this. We should be fine to walk like this, then walk like this, then walk like this, then walk like this. Didn't you read a sign downstairs? Oh, crumbs, I did. Oh, goodness, golly gosh. We're no longer being good. We took one piece of candy and now we're walking the leaves. If that didn't work, the world would be a whole lot chunkier. If that did work. I mean, Demantia, what is a mold small? Sorry, we're running away from mold. Have you ever made butterscotch flavoured cinnamon? Hold on. You can make cinnamon rolls and you can do a butterscotch flavoured cream cheese frosting. This could work, Demantia. It could work. I can see how this would work. I'm pretty sure we went like this, and then like that, and then like that, and then... No! Oh, God. Oh, I thought I'm in a fight. But again, act. Oh, hello, Monchcat. Why are you rubbing my... I see. We're 20 minutes late for your lunch. Right. Console this thing. Perfect. That ran away. So what we're going to do is feed Monchcat now before he chews my leg off. So why are you in syrup? Are you thinking... Oh, Jesus Christ. It's pattern recognition. I just did this. Right. I'm going to quickly feed Monchcat. Cinnascotch. That's very rich syrup. Lurk. Oh, no, because French toast, cinnamon definitely works, but I feel like... Although you do put maple syrup on French toast or syrup on, so butterscotch syrup could actually work. Right, Maple, next weekend, you need to report back on the cinnascotch toast, and at some point in this year, I'll make the cinnamon rolls with butterscotch cream frosting and report back, but I think it could work. I'm going to write that down. Post-it note. Cinnamon rolls. With butterscotch frosting. Sorry, Demantia. French toast with cinnamon is good. French toast has to have cinnamon on it. It's butterscotch is where we're experimenting with, Demantia. 07. That's what we're experimenting with. We know cinnamon's good, especially being a tree bark. But it's how much butterscotch can we add in? Crimmy started being facetious, but we now have the idea. Anyway, I'm going to feed Monchcat. So I'll be back in like 30 seconds. He's easy to please. You'll just hear cat noises in the background. And yes, you know. Together, I would have made that the ad break, but I didn't. So we still got, I don't know how long to add soon. Anyway, League is done updating. No worries, enjoy your second luck, Demantia. You're still better at liking the syrup. Right, we're locked in. Oh, I keep trying to sad this. I know WASD is what everybody else calls it, but I always calls it WASD. WASD also works. Right then, down. Remember what we learnt, down. Oh, it's a fight. Right, remember we learnt running away. Over here. And then up. Like this. And down like that. And then like that. There we go. Remember the pattern at the 5th. Oh no. Now we are warned. It's 3 out of 4 rocks. So, I'm going to do the top and the bottom rock. Okay. Run from the mould. Okay, that didn't seem to do a lot, but we'll try this one. Whoa there, partner. Who said you could push me around? Hmm? So you're asking me to move over. Okay, just for you, pumpkin. Hmm? You want me to move some more? Alrighty. How's this? Okay, maybe that rock isn't the right one. Maybe let's try that rock. Okay, so I guess we just got to keep asking it. That was the wrong direction. Okay, think I got it. Yeah! Run away. Oh, no, that was it. What a polite young rock. A lion of mold smalls. Extra run away. Ah! These, they don't even look like mold. They look like... Excuse me. You wanted me to stay there. You're giving me a real workout. What a good little rock. Okay, we're going to save, and then we're going to look at the cheese. Knowing the mouse might one day leave its hole and get the cheese. It fills you with determination. Save. Can we take the cheese? This cheese has been here quite a long time. It's stuck to the table. Well, I'm led to believe, I mean, there's a chef in the chat. That's good for cheese, isn't it? Leaving it as long as possible. Isn't that how you get good cheese? Now, carefully. Oh, I'm going to have to walk on ghostly toastly. Sorry, speaking. I have to walk all over you. That's not a vibrator. That is a ghost sleeping. These are sleeping noises. Are they gone yet? This ghost keeps saying, repeat it out loud, pretending to sleep. Move it with force? No. Are they gone yet? This ghost keeps saying this out loud. All right, let's spam and no. Okay, we've had 3 attempts. Move it force, no. Okay, we're going to move it with force this time. It doesn't seem to be working. I've got one more plan. I'm going to leave the room and come back, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to then pick it up. We've left, we come back, he's still there. Come on, ghostly, come on, spooky. Up and at them. Napster block. Okay. Act. Napster block. Cheer. You give Napster block a patient smile. Heh. That didn't work. Ugh. Okay, we only did a little damage. 30. There. I'm fine, thanks. Really not feeling up to it right now, sorry. Napster block looks just a little bit better. Okay. Let's go back to... Let's try flirting with a ghost. Hi. Oh, crumbs, it's crying for more. Goodly. This looks dangerous. It looks a little bit better. Okay, let's go back to cheering. We told him a little joke. But Spooky, you don't go hehehe. That's a syrup trademark. Cheer it some more. That's what wants to show you something. Let me try. This is perfect. I call it Dapper Block. He's got a little hat on. You like it? That's what eagerly awaits your response. Cheer him some more. I love the hat. Oh, gee, golly gosh. It is a good little classy soundtrack, isn't it? I usually come to ruins because there's nobody around. But today I met somebody nice. Oh, I'm rambling again. Wow. Wow, Spooky. You're rambling. What about me? It was a little bot, wasn't it, Syrup? Whose emotes have you got? Oh, TwitchCon hype. But, oh god, Juna's emote game is strong, isn't it? As I said, I am such a hanger-on because my favourite emotes have said it's... obviously, Kiska's done some wonderful things to me, but... I got the one from Megalyn, which I just copied from Plum, and I said I want the weed one from Plum as well. This is my favourite emote, it's true. Oh, I don't know, the sobbing one's still my favourite. Yeah, that's still my favourite of mine, although the Lurk one, this is basically like not entirely what my friendship with Kiska is made of, but that emote is basically what convinced me that Kiska was the artist for me. I stopped giving them any more instructions. So Kiska, this is perfect. Base all future art on this, and that was it. So that's basically the foundation of my commissions with Kiska is that Lurk emote. It's the cutest thing I ever have seen in my life. So Ghosty is, and yeah, I was rambling. Oh, and there's an ad break. Right, I'll get out of your way. Wasn't that a nice Ghosty? So, as we've got an ad break, I'm going to grab a... Well, it hasn't started yet, so... Oh, there they are. I'm going to grab a cup of tea and ramble a little bit. I'm sorry, sir, about the ads. Hold on, Syrup, you shouldn't have ads. I mean, that is a good use of it, but you're subbed. Why are you getting ads? I'm going to write to Dan... Is it Dan Clancy? I'm going to write to Dan Clancy. Is it Dan Clancy? I don't remember. You caught me. Yeah, well, I said... The problem is... I appreciate everyone that subbed to me. I very much do. Is you have a Founder's Badge, Syrup, and I had such fun thinking of the sub badges and getting kids to draw them. It's so sad that you get a Founder's Badge, you don't get one of the fun, like, biscuit-shaped sub badges. Not, as I said, I appreciate everyone that subs, but I'm just so sad you don't get a biscuit. Like, because if you see my my one, like my bot messages, like I have a Jammy Dodger, and you don't get one of those. Wait, I'm sure I do. No, you've got a Founder's Badge. You got a first, so you can't. This is the upsetting thing. I don't think you can turn off your Founder's Badge to turn on the biscuits, which is very sad. It's like, obviously for some people the Founder's oh, you're right. I know the Founder's Badge is an honour, and I say I appreciate everyone that subs. I just feel so sad that you don't get a biscuit. It is very sad because. Again, it's like, that's literally my thank you for the follows. I hope you brought your own biscuits. And then as a sub, I do provide biscuits, which is probably unfair. Anyway, we've got 1 minute of ads, so I need to at least get some tea by the time I'm back. If anyone wants to update the tea tracker, feel free. And I'll see you in like 30 seconds, to be honest. Ponty's here as well. Oh god, what were you playing last night, Ponty? I was there. Oh god, I've forgotten the game already. Jesus, bloody crap. This is how bad I am as a streamer. I watched you stream yesterday and I've already forgotten what it was. Of course, it's telling me Dead's Disco. No, you weren't playing Dead's Disco. Sure, you didn't start on Dead's Disco, did you? Gina was playing Dead's Disco. I don't know if you were there, Strip, but Gina was playing Dead's Disco on Friday. Yeah, hi, Ponty. But what were you playing before that? Because I feel you were playing a different game first. What's up here? Ooh, what does the sign say? I missed it. I didn't know. Burger Time, that was it. Yes, because the music was great. It was, I said I was actually just enjoying the background music. What? Syrup, how could you miss the Juna stream? Do you not have... So Twitch is really bad, actually. I have, like Ponty and Syrup and Juna, Demanancia, Woodsy. I think everybody here, I have the alerts on my phone. So if you go live, I get Twitch alert. But sometimes this Twitch doesn't do it, which is very, very mean of Twitch. So did you miss it? Spider bake sale down and to the right. Come eat food made by spiders for spiders of spiders. Maybe she's just chatting at first? I think, no, she's doing Final Fantasy XIV grinding first, and then she went over to Dead's Disco. I think she was playing Final Fantasy XIV with someone in chat, and then when they went to bed, went over to Dead's Disco. I mean, what do you think of Dead's Disco, Ponty? But also, how did you enjoy your arcade-style burger time? So, Spider bake sale. Oh, proceeds go to real spiders. Well, hello. Leave 7G. I've got 2G. You don't have enough gold. What about if I put it here? Leave 18G in the web. Oh, no. Okay, so I've got to get some gold and come up with spider treats. Like I said, Final Fantasy, it's like Final Fantasy 14 is the same problem I had like Factorio or Satisfactory. Is I played RuneScape, but if I played any games like that, I would just get too addicted, so I just don't. It was bad enough playing my first modern game, which was Horizon Zero Dawn. Because I kept playing that on stream. I had to wait till stream to play it, and it's very frustrating. Ring. Hello? I just realised that it's been a while since I've cleaned up. I was not expecting to have company so soon. There are probably a lot of things lying about here and there. You can pick them up, but do not carry more than you need. Someday you might see something you really like. You'll want to leave room in your pocket for that. Well, Toriel, this is why I wear cargo trousers with lots of pockets. Right. Again, please. You can earn more gold if you do action spare instead of just fleeing. Like your first froggy, you got 2 gold for that. Thank you, G. Again, this is the kind of backseating that you need. So, you enjoyed the Real Blossom Plus, a game I hadn't played in over a decade. That's kind of what I've been like, Ponty. Like, playing Sonic on the Mega Drive is something I grew up on. And there's a bunch of other Mega Drive games and PS1 games. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It had a hell of a soundtrack, didn't it? There's just one switch. Okay, sweet. So, act on the Misgoth talk. I don't. Wow. Okay, act. Molds. What about you? Oh, intimidate. You lie in mobile with multiple. You feel like you understand a little better. Oh, it's not intimidate, it's imitate. Crumbs, we're going to die, aren't we? Okay, what if we do X and we try spare? Swing your arms, baby. I don't know what you're going to do. Oh. You don't have a care in the world. Act. Talk. Hiya! Whoop, 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 whoop. Hiya! Okay, it's the same one, so we're going to have to try and either flee or be merciful. I won! I got 3 gold. Thank you, G. I'm going to be so rich after this. Syrup, are you dancing again? It's also... Oh, that's it. I was hoping June would be here today because I had a Japanese question about green and blue. Because I feel like Juna lived in Japan for a little bit, didn't she? I said I'm learning Japanese, and she said that actually they have the same word for blue and green. But I always thought green was Midori. I quite simply cannot stop dancing. So let's act, multiple, imitate. Line sound. In unison now. No unisons, please. Oh, crumbs. Now mercy, spare. There we go. Nothing like alone time. Miscop doesn't have a care in the world. Act. Miscop. Talk. Oh no, blue is Oi and Midori is green or something. Yeah, that's why I was confused because Juna said they are the same word. But maybe Midori means something different. That's why I wanted to ask you if she is here today, what she meant by that. Because I didn't want her to feel called out in her chat saying it, but as someone that's actually actively learning Japanese, it would be useful to know the difference. The next time I see her in chat, I will ask her. I won. We got 3 gold, so I probably need to go back and try and heal. We are nearly dead. And last time oh, does this heal us? It fills you with determination. Save. Did we heal? We did heal! Excellent. Now we can go and collect. Yeah, because I know because the kanji I always remember for blue Aoi is the king is over the moon with his new blue hat. So you have here. So that's the king. The top radical is king. Then you have moon, and then yeah, the king with a hat. Sorry, and then, so that's Aoi. Look at my plants of pesticide. No! Why are you pesticiding your plants here? What are you doing? And then green is Midori. Oopsie. Midori, which is... and the reason I know green is Ryokucha is green tea, so that's a very important kanji to learn. But what plants do you have as well, Sarah? I said my plants this year have been scorched to death. But even my potatoes have died now. It's just been so hot this year and scorching that everything I planted has died. It's been a bit of a disaster. They have frips. What are frips? Is this like I'm too... Oh, hello, vegetables. Act, vegetoid, talk. Plants can't talk, dummy. Syrup, help! I need more pesticides, please. He cackles. No? You pat your stomach. Vegetoid offers a healthy meal. Eat your greens. Ugh. Vegetoid. I want eat. Let's eat the green again. I think the green's going to heal me. If I can time this right, I'll get healed. Oh, I missed it. I'm just interested. Vegetoid dinner. Acting start. They offered a healthy meal. Oh, did anybody ever add the kappa counter? Where is it? It does heal a little bit. And then mercy spare. Ah, I got 4 gold. Well, how much money have we got? Let's see. 12 gold. Is that all we've got? That's not enough for the spider bake sale. We need 19, I think. No, 18. We need 25 gold for the spider bake sale. So back to grinding, I'm afraid. I'll share a pic of my plants once they're all hosed down. Juna, you're here! Hi, Juna. Oh, you've been playing Power World. I miss Power World. Because I remember, yeah. Sorry, Juna, we were just talking about you. A, that you have the strongest emote game, and B, that you were playing Final Fantasy and about Dead Disco. Oh, well, no, because Ponty was playing Ponty played Dead Disco as well. So, Ponty, what else are you up to today as well? And Gina, I was after your explanation because obviously I'm trying to learn Japanese, and obviously you said blue and green are sort of the same colour, and so from what I knew, OA is blue and Midori is green. So what's the law on green? Because I know, like in Tokyo, some of the traffic lights are blue, amber and red, because I thought historically the word was the same. But yeah, I was just interested, and I felt like I asked too many questions in the street. It feels like I was calling you out. I wasn't calling you out, so I'm actively learning Japanese, and I just wanted to understand. I do it to Ame sometimes as well. But sorry, Gina. Also, how are you? That was a hell of a welcome. See, sir, look, Gina has a cookie. They're lucky they get a cookie badge. Anyway, hello, looks. I need to be... Oh, don't pick on, that's a good answer. Finally, someone gets it. See, Mike Wazowski, wasn't that nice? That I didn't mean it. Oopsie. Now we can be fair. Ah, I won. Little cookie badge. Sorry, Gina, that was very overwhelming. I just... It's because Syrup and I have both been talking about you in a good way. Yeah, Ponty, what are you up to today? Or... Because you were streaming... no, I used to have the same name... hold on. Yeah, in the past, I see, they both used to be... So a bit like orange in English. So in English, we have like Robin Redbreast, because orange is named after the fruit in the English language, so we just didn't have orange until, South America was discovered. That's why Robin Redbreast, even though they're orange. Hello, looks, we're not picking on you. We've worked this out. Finally, someone gets it. Don't get hit, don't get hit. But we're going to the spider bake sale soon. Mercy. Spare. I just finished my homework in my first class. Hold on. I know you're going to university for... this is entertainment management, but are you doing summer school then? Because I thought summer was basically out. Like, school was out for the summer. Or are you sort of making use of it while you're there? Thank you, Judith. Yes, I always worry if I say too much in the stream, it feels like I'm calling out. It's like, no, genuinely, I'm at N4. I was really disappointed as well. My laptop ruined my lessons, so it decided not to work. So I'm only N4, which is why I'm asking really dumb questions like that. Yeah. More yapping, Crimmy. What are you playing next? What's next in your rotation as well, Crimmy? But look, we learn. Act, look. Don't pick on them. He's getting it. And we avoid whatever these weird balls are he's throwing at me. Wing, boing, boing. Mercy. How am I doing, Spooky, then? Oh, I escaped. I went to spare you. Bugger. How are we doing? How are we doing for Spooky? Am I living up to your expectations, or am I doing it wrong? I just want to go to the spider... I mean, to be fair, let's see the first bake sale. Yeah. Some spiders crawled down and gave you a donut. Okay, we've got a donut. That might be useful. This school is an accelerated program, so I finish within a year, so it's got its own timetable. Oh, wow. Control-Alt-F Desi key. Hold on. Control-F. Why are we trying to find all the Desis? Miscos, crawl up close. Right, we know this. Act, mold small, imitate. I mean, Control-F shouldn't do anything, but we'll check it. Oh, it's a sexy wiggly... Do you know what? This is a mold spore that I don't think mold can do sexy wiggles. Also, talk as much as you want. I love it. My graduation date is next May. So hold on, are you trying to do a whole bachelor's in like a year, or is it like a foundation degree equivalent? Because I said I actually did my degree over a longer time. I did my bachelor's over 5 years, so I did it part-time, whereas you're doing it turbo speed. It's kind of why I don't want to go back and do a master's, because I'd have to do it over 2 years part-time. I'm not going to lie, I've forgotten nearly everything from my degree. There's you. Now you're a wiggly little rabbit. He does have the little moves. The SE key should be on the keyboard. Well, the new keyboards have that useless Copilot key, so we could just put that on there. Remap to Copilot. I mean, I do have a fully programmable keyboard, so it's actually like... So a lot of my F keys are reversed. But I also have my right Alt and right Control are set up for the Japanese keyboard entries. So I can't remember which one's which, but they're bound so that one of them toggles into katakana and one of them toggles through kanji. Because that was useful, because I did briefly have a Japanese keyboard, and I learned hiragana input is terrible, and we should just do romanji input, but having the extra keys to rotate through the different kanji and through the into katakana was useful. And IME is just useless. If a master's, your bachelor's took forever. So Well, actually, Gina, weirdly, in the UK, if you do a master's full time, it's 1 year anyway. We're one of the only countries that are 1 year masters, and our bachelor's degrees are 3 years, which I think is shorter than America. I think most of your bachelors are 4 and your masters are 2. What? Yeah. So the standard British degree is 3 for a master, 3 for a bachelor's, 1 for a master's. Full time. And that's why. So if I do my master's part time, it'd take me 2 years, and I did my bachelor's part time, so it took me 5. Anyway, we're gonna spare this guy. Hold on, we yapped for you. Mercy. Spare. Pretty cool to have a keyboard to work for Half-Life 2 on PS2. It's compatible. Why would you need a keyboard for Half-Life 2? Crimmy, would you believe I've never played Half-Life 2? I haven't even played Portal. I played bits of Portal. Hold on, how are we doing on the money? 18 gold, we can buy whatever. Hold on, what item? What? Buy the donut. Inside. Spider donut. Heals 12 HP. A donut made with spider cider in the batter. Excellent. Hold on. Okay. What do we get for 18 gold? Leave 18G in the web? Yes. What do I get? Some spiders crawled down and gave you a jug. Ooh, what's in my jug? Oh, is it spider cider? Hold on. See. Items. Spider cider. It is spider cider. Spider cider heals 24 HP, made with whole spiders, just not the juice. That's less exciting. Also, these spiders are clearly cannibalistic then. I'll share my plant pictures with Universe too, but it's almost big spray time. It's okay. Well, I mean, Syrup, we're going to be finishing up in 12 minutes anyway. So, like, about 3 o'clock here, which is what, 10 a.m. for you? We'll be wrapping up anyway. We've only got another 12. We've got another 17 minutes. Sorry, PS2 Sunday brain. Oh, no, Crimmy, it's fine. But I was just wondering, why would you use a keyboard in Half-Life? Oh, shit, I didn't realize how time flies. It's because I haven't shut up, Syrup, that's why. If I'd been quiet, you would have realised the time. The problem is I just haven't stopped. Hold on, I should go back and save. This is why we get nowhere in games. Hey, it's Mike Mazowski, I know how you work. Look, don't pick on you. Finally, someone gets it. Yeah, I know, but we need to put you on the magazine and put the barcode over it. Oopsie. Don't gnash your teeth like that. I got more gold. 5? Man, Mike Mazowski is rich. He is the top laughter person in the Monsters Inc. Hold on, Crimmy, so you recommending one of the Monsters Inc. games to me? Because we'll get there. Save the game. Yes. So we're an hour and a half in and we haven't got through the tutorial yet. This is going to be a very long playthrough. I do apologise. We've been down there. We've seen the spiders. We'll leave these weird frogs with their dangly balls over there. And we'll carry on. Oh, you have a... I do like your little radish hello. Maybe I need a hello. The thing is, I said I can only imitate. Gina has this great emote to start with. I can only imitate this. I only see a good emote. I either go to Kiska, here's an idea, and Kiska makes me a good emote, or I just go to like steal someone else, steal other people's. Although to be fair, the reason artists have their own emotes is to sell. Oh, you don't care, do you? Oh, I did it the wrong way round. Hold on. Ah, that wasn't too much damage. Multiple waits pensively. Hello, Multiple. I'll imitate you as well. You low mobile, Multiple. You feel like you understand the world a little better. I mean, to be fair, Syrup, at least I got the breakfast report. I was very upset last weekend. I didn't even get the breakfast report. X. We should be done. There. Nothing like alone time. Oh, do I have to do it separately? Oh, do I have to yap to this little angry bunny on his own? Hello. Whoop, whoop. I do love his little wibbly arms, though. They make me happy. Oh, no. X. Come on, Desi. We're going to learn these buttons. X and then Mercy. Look how rich we are. We've got like 8 gold now. Right, hold on. What does this say? There's just one switch. Okay, great. I know about one switch. Got it. Multiple. Lie down. Got it. Sexy wiggle. Again, the jelly-shaped mold, the sexy wiggle isn't doing it for me. Hold on. X. Mercy. There. PS Desi. Oh, when the name is yellow, you can spare. I see. Thank you once again, Spooky Gaffy Ghost, for your save. Hold on, he's yellow, so I should be able to spare him now, you reckon? Okay, let's exit. It worked! Frabjous Day, Kalukale. Hold on, once again, did we add on the extra tea? Good. Oh, we did, thank you. Thank you, whoever added the cup of tea on, I forgot. Oh no, there's a switch. Right, down the hatch. I see. This is the wrong one. Back up. No. Would you rather be a portable handheld or a MAID console? Hold on, what's a MAID console? If you've written MAID, there would be okay. Because you know, or do you mean like a MAID console, like oh, where's the? I don't have the button. Sorry, I was gonna do MAID mode, but it turns out I don't have the MAID button. Oh, there it is. I found the MAID button. There it is. Oh, well, oh, Syrup, you just redeemed it. Sorry, I pressed it at the same time. There we go. It's back on. I'll do a manual time. I'm so sorry, Syrup. I pressed it at the same time for the bit, and we were both the great minds of think. No, actually, no. It's got. Sorry, the problem is, Syrup, they say great minds never differ, but unfortunately, great minds think alike, but fools never differ. And I'm afraid, Syrup, I'm very clearly a fool. So we're going to look at you, and we're going to not pick on you. And again, you're kind of picky on me. Ow! That hurt! Who was that? Crimmy! Mercy, there. I won, and I got 5 gold. These guys are loaded. And this is where we want to go down the action, innit? Yeah. Oh, like a PS2. If I could be a console, it depends. Like, I would like to be a Game Boy Color would be good. Especially because the Game Boy Color came in such fancy colors. It's before the transparency era, because like the Game Boy Advance came in the weird transparent plastic. So I'd like to be a Game Boy Color. Yeah, Game Boy Color. I feel that's what I want to be, Creamy. I don't know if that answers your question, but I want to be a Game Boy Color. The far drawer is not an exit. It simply marks the rotation in perspective. Oh, bloody hell, it's a puzzle. What do you do? It's a switch. Press it. No. Just forget the honey for the biscuits. I am so confused, Crimmy. Where's the honey? Who? Oh, are you meant to say... or are you honey? Am I meant to say, hello, honey? Is that why I'm in the maid outfit? So I can say, hello, honey, to Crimmy. Right, mold small. Hold on. Hold on, mold small. I can just spare you right away. So if I immediately spare you... Excellent, now I've only got combat 1. Now we'll... Thank you for the boop. Oh, you're already yellow. Okay, so we can convert you again. That was easy. Hold on, was there another pathway? No, it's just down here. Yeah, I will hydrate. This top just wants to be alone. Hold on, how did I get to... I forgot what the menu is for this game. Okay, no. Oh, how do I get to settings, Ed? I forgot what settings are. Miss Scott just wants to be alone. We all need... Okay, so that didn't work. It's just a change of perspective. So, I guess we've got to randomly press buttons so I work out what's going on. Vegetoids here. Okay. X. Vegetoid. Dinner. Pat your stomach. Vegetoid offers a healthy meal. This is what I think I meant to do. Eat his delicious green... Oh, that's not good. We are in a spot above it here. See? No, we can't do it. X. X. Okay, we've got to talk to him first. We could... If we game over, we get... Do you know what? That seems like where we're going to wrap it up for today then. As I just came over. If anybody's got any raid suggestions, Desi? Okay, Foxy. You cannot give up just yet. Okay, we're going to go for a couple more minutes while we wait for Foxy to reply. If you have got any raid requests, I'll be happy to entertain them now. Desi, stay determined. Why have you not changed the title? I changed the game, but I didn't change the title. Game over. One more death for good measure. But you were right, G. We didn't die too many times. Oh, hold on. Did I at least... items. Thank goodness I still have my spider stuff. X. So, what have we got in our raid, then? Who could we go see? Let's have a look. There's not many people on it. Might have to be another Dr. Blue, I'm afraid. Well, not afraid, because Admiral Blue. It is always a good option, but I haven't got really anybody else here at the minute, unless you've got some recommendations. I can double check, because I feel we saw Blue last weekend, but I try and sort of vary it. No, we haven't seen Blue for a while, actually. We saw some on the 5th, so Nibbly Suit. Sure, we're just going over. I don't know who they are, but let's copy that from the Twitch chat. Queue up the raid. So, as I said, thank you ever so much, everybody, that's hanging out here today. Thanks, Street. No more raid. Oh, wait, there are bosses in this game. Well, as I said, so Tuesday will be Granada. Thursday will be more dying in Resident Evil. Friday will be more dying in Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive. And then next Sunday, we'll be back to Undertale. We go boom, gaming on mine is doing Silent Hill. Okay, sorry, Crimmy. We've just set up I've just started the raid for Niblisiu. But next time, we'll have to go see them. But yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming by. And I think that's it for today. So, with that said, love you guys. Thank you ever so much for supporting me. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!